Alright, had to get the stream started. Oh my god, I'm like halfway through building that massive D&D castle. That is an endeavor. It is so many bricks. It's like 36 bags or something, and there's like 4 whole books on like how to put it together. And all the pieces are like super modular, and they're just rad because as you're building it, you're actually like hiding secrets. There's like trap doors and like hidden potions and coins like hidden under like random alcoves and stuff. Also, you get to build a beholder and a displacer beast and a red dragon. Like, I don't know. This set has been very enjoyable to build, but it is. I can only like sit there for about 3 hours at a time before my back starts giving out, and I'm like, I'm old. And then I have to give it a break for a day, but it's been great. I've rediscovered the childlike joy of building a Lego set. And I greatly appreciate it. If they weren't so damn expensive.
Side note to the Hollywood thing, we found out one of the guys I played classic WoW with since like Fate, like since the original classic. We kind of give him a lot of shit all the time. He's from Florida, he's a lawyer. He was on one of Moist Critical's videos, like 5 gooners try to date an actual person.
Oh no!
And he hid it from us. And my raid leader was in town, and I was hanging out with him, and he showed it to me. So of course I sent it to everybody, and now we're just like destroying him in Discord. He is not happy that we all know.
5 gooners? That's amazing. So he was on like a dating show.
Correct.
And I'm assuming he did not get the date.
He did not.
Was he first out?
He was not. There was only 5 of them, and he was in 3rd.
Okay, I mean, fair. Average participant. I'm just wondering, like, the level of hazing that's occurring here. If he was on and he was like instant first one out, like, I would have been
okay.
Like, C-Swap, it's a little mean, but now you know. He was just there.
We roast him a lot, and so like there's like soundboard clips that we have of him that we always use. I mean, look, he's a successful guy. He's doing fine. Like there's a running joke where like he stole a little kid's fantasy football trophy because he lost in fantasy football, and like so we always like give him shit for that. It's just a bunch of like little things. Like we're not like trying to ruin his life, but
no. No, of course not. Just a little, good-natured ribbing about the game show that he willingly participated in for one of the possibly most popular streamers in the current
I linked it.
social sphere.
It.
I will watch this later. Not even the top gooner. Not sure how I feel about that.
Thanks for reminding me of that terrible show on MTV some ages past called Next.
Oh god.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll date myself. Do you guys remember Singled Out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one I don't
Jenny
know if I
McCarthy.
know.
Where it was just like they just walked past, like, and that was it. Just like, hey, there's like 100 people here. Cut them down real quick.
Yep, I do remember that.
Good nice.
Coslow, how's Sunken Temple?
It's got a lot of trash in it.
It got nerfed today, right?
Theoretically, yeah. I think it was mostly just the later bosses that got nerfed. It was our first time going in there. We got the first 2 bosses down, which I'm happy about, given the difficulty of it.
Nice.
It's definitely a big step up in difficulty from previous raids, which is slightly annoying because it's also a raid where we have to recruit to fill out our 20-player roster, so...
Oh yeah, that's right, because Nomergon was 10 players, and this is 20, right?
Yeah, and we were running 2 Nomergon groups, but we were using alts to do it, so we still have to pick up like 5 to 6 people, and also everyone was leveling still, so there were some people that weren't level 20 or level 50 in time.
That's fair. Yeah, I kept seeing stuff about like, oh, Sunken Temple's like super, super hard, and like only a handful of guilds have actually cleared it so far. I'm like, all right, they're actually kind of upping the difficulty, or it's just overtuned.
A bunch more people cleared it today because they nerfed it a bunch. I think they so what they had said was that they were trying to compensate for people being largely in Gnomeregan gear and having all the runes and stuff. So they made everything super hard, but they made it like they way overestimated how much that was actually going to help people.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Is it the same like bosses that there were in the original Sunken Temple? Like they didn't add new bosses? You've got like, a shade of Aranicus?
They added one new boss, which was the one that I was killing just before we started, which is this like slime boss that you have to kite in a big ring, and you kill things to knock them into him so that he stops and spits them out, and when he stops to spit them out is when you can DPS him.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like reminds me of Viscidus a little bit, vaguely.
A little bit, yeah.
Instead of, him busting into multiple little dudes and then freezing them, and man, I remember going back as a paladin, I'm like, why can't I kill this thing? And then I had to go put a frost enchant on a random two-hander so I could farm. Very annoying. But I enjoy me a good ooze boss. Raine, how's your week been?
I don't know, it just started.
It is Monday, but I meant like from
Monday.
Last week to today. You have survived again.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Anything fun or exciting? Do it, anything cool? Did you go to the Ren Fair?
No, this is the first weekend. We did not go this weekend.
I had a bunch of friends that went. I definitely would like to try and go this time.
I'm like pressed up against the window, like looking out at the like Ren Fair off in California yonder. I'm like, it's too long of a drive for me to join, but looks fun. When do you guys think you're gonna go?
No idea.
Yeah, not sure.
How long is it running this time?
It runs through the 18th of May, I believe. It's like 6 weeks.
Nice.
Is anybody still just stuck on version 11 build 315, or is that just me?
For this game?
You.
Yeah,
it worked.
Might just be you, yeah.
Loaded.
I see a sea swab. Well, very good. I'm glad everybody's here in various states of consciousness. And thank you, Kozlo, for making D&D today. Greatly appreciate it.
I was not going to miss the opportunity to continue chucking fireballs and cackling wildly.
Well, let's not tarry too long, and we'll do a very quick recap for people watching, and then we'll get right to it. Previously on Arctis Ascended /Commos. Boy, where do I even start with this? A week had passed since the ceremony where Raine and Eris were dubbed the new king and queen of Maginox. And thanks partially to Wangdoodle's bit of a bender, you all have had a little bit of time to fuck around House Lunesti for a little bit, make some money in Kozlo's den, and of course, wait until Wangdoodle's hangover had completed. Now that Wangdoodle is a little bit more lucid, you went to check on things at the Maginox port. It seemed like Adara had a suspicious visitor show up from Seaswab's past, who introduced himself as Captain Almus, and Captain Almus brought with him a couple words of ill tiding. He also brought you a small token of Ridoron, an ancient water god that might get you in with some Sahagan just in case you might have to go on an ocean trip soon. But as Elmas was introducing himself and definitely making a scene with Raine, Wangdoodle, Grabella, Coslo, and Seaswab, a dockhand had showed up and told you that there was trouble coming out of the water. Something had followed Captain Almas into Maginox, and his pleas for assistance may have to wait. As some Sahagan and Marrow had drugged themselves out of the water, spearheaded by one creepy-looking priest. He had, trying to think of where I want to go with this. That's actually not too many spoilers. It's really hard to give backstories when I'm actually trying not to spoil the upcoming story. So sometimes I really have to use my brain. And so the Deep One priest had thrown Raine a curious satchel, and inside were Lucia's glasses and a lock of Kire's hair. It seemed like the Deep Ones had overturned their ship as they were returning to Xavia, and now had Raine's friends in their clutches. Some words were shared, and the Deep Ones instead, they spoke of a contract between themselves and a particular house of Maginox, and this contract involved the shipping of people from the Thieves' Guild out into the seas of Coranthia. You guys knew about this through the Thieves' Guild, the one that you blew up, and their smuggling of people is no longer a thing. And thus, the contract was null and void. And with Raine now as the Queen of Maginox, she strongly assured that these Deep Ones, the fallen houses, would not be honoring these contracts anytime soon. The Deep Ones instead wished to have their fair share of things within Maginox port. Very important trade goods to the city and under Coslo's protection. And obviously, this would not do as well. And so, a bit of fighting has broken out at Maginox port, as the Deep Ones were insistent that their contract was broken between themselves and the houses of Maginox, and wanted to return to the waters with whatever they could take with them. That would leave Maginox freshly in shambles with no goods to give to the various tourists and visitors that were now under this city's protection. We're going to return to the middle of combat. And hopefully Coslo cackling wildly, as we return to the port of Maginox, where numerous Deep Ones and Marrow have been flung into the air by Raine's gravity well, and now remain suspended in midair, flopping around like the fish they are, getting fireballed by one pyromaniac goblin below. One moment, please.
I like the subtle implication in your recap, though, that we were supposed to somehow, like, they're like, oh, hey, it sure would be nice if you guys honored this totally different contract with these totally other different people and just let us grab some slaves real quick. Like, what we're supposed to be like, oh, my bad. Yeah, here's some slaves, homie. Go for it.
We got a contract. Oh, obviously then. Yeah. Go right ahead.
Why didn't you say so?
Well, if Raine wasn't too busy asserting her
offer.
dominance, I was going to be like, can I read said contract? Can I take 20 minutes of gameplay to read a contract? I'm just kidding.
Listen, you always have to offer the Dark Urge option, but you don't have to take it. It's just there. Or you could give them a bunch of people. You know people. You know people you don't like. That bad? Give them the Hamakis.
Yeah,
you gonna miss those guys?
I killed most of the people I don't like. That's how I solve problems.
Fair. Well, what about, an eternity of torture and an underwater abyss?
Sounds delightful.
This is a big map.
thick map.
The big boy.
Oh, he's a wild one.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the Maginox docks, a shocked deckhand looks on in awe as Marrow, evil merfolk, crawl out of the water onto the docks. Up to the north, Raine is concentrating on reverse gravity, holding a significant number of the deep ones aloft in midair. As Grabella fights a merfolk shallow priest below, Kozlo cackles as he fireballs the helpless Sahagin and Deep Ones as they dangle in midair, while Wangdoodle comes in on his ornithopter for a bombing run. Let us continue. Let's
As
see.
just a friendly reminder, since it's been a week, Raine did politely ask to leave Archimedes alive.
Yes.
Archimedes. All right.
It has been decided that his
Got
name,
it.
you cannot go backseas.
I see in the combat log the last thing to have happened was a massive fireball from Kozlo, followed by a crit force cannon ballista. As fish chunks fall into the water raining down from the sky above, the Deep One Archimedes wonders if it's raining and holds his hand out. And a Marrow head falls in it, and he drops it on the docks aghast. Meanwhile, down south, the Marrow Shallow Priest ponders its turn and tries to decide what to do. Whispering ancient words of magic, begins to summon a thick cloud of fog from the ocean's surface.
Nah.
as Raine, as I say it, but I don't cast the spell yet. I'm going to consume the spell slot. As he beckons to the water, summoning the waves and the foam towards him. Yes, fog, cover my enemy.
No, try again.
My magic! His concentration not happening because he got counterspelled. He considers jumping into the water, taking an attack of opportunity from both Grabella and Raine. You both can choose who to go first.
Well, that was my reaction, so I don't have another
Oh,
one.
okay. Just Grabella.
Which one? The one in front of me?
Yep. The Shallow Priest, he is going to hop back into the water. You want to take an attack?
Yes.
All right. All you, Grabella.
That's just a normal attack, right?
Yep, just one normal attack. That'll hit.
You actually have advantage because you're flanking with Raine. If you wanted to roll for a crit.
Yeah, you can roll again.
I really want to use this fire bit, so I'm just gonna push for it. I appreciate, and we'll try to remember that.
All right.
Does that add in the fire damage, or do I need to roll that as well?
How much is the fire strike damage?
It is. It's 1d something.
Let me see. Strike,
Pretty sure
strike,
1d100. Yeah, just roll 1d100.
strike
Yes.
of the giants. What is it? Fire strike.
Does not say in the game, so.
Fire strike. The target takes an extra 1d10 fire damage. It looks like it is tacked on to the end of your Acron blade damage because I see an extra 1d10 there.
Excellent. I thought that was math correctly, but I wanted to double check. All right.
Now the Shallow Priest is not vulnerable to fire. So he doesn't take the double damage from it, but he still takes 21 damage as he tries to escape and dives back into the water. He will move, hopefully his full move, or as full as he can, away from Grabella and Raine. Grabella, you're up! The shallow priest has dove back into the water, far away from you, but there is a marrow next to you trying to climb up on the docks.
In which case, we will do some booping to his snootin'.
Snootin' boopin'.
Snoot booping. I get stuff all up. Apologize. Alright. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it simple at the moment. I'm going to take.
That will hit.
We'll skip the fire this round.
Alright, your sword bites deep into the marrow's shoulder, causing a spurt of blood to come out. The marrow takes 12 points of slashing damage. For Bella, what else do you want to do with your turn?
Again.
And just that 27 will absolutely hit. And just to clarify, Grabella, are you one-handing and wielding a shield?
Yes.
Okay, just want to clarify.
Yeah. I got the sapphire buckler.
All right, sounds good. We'll give it a swing.
Bop. And then, just to finish it off in true Grabella style, she is gonna reach down and... Oh, it kind of worked. That's fair. That's an awkward position.
As the marrow is trying to climb up on the docks there, you give it a couple good stabs with the long sword, and then you try and give it a good kick with your spiked armor, but he kind of ducks back into the water and hopefully uses the momentum to put himself back up on the docks. Not dead yet.
Yeah, and that will in my turn.
Very good. And with that, the marrow will pull himself up on the dock. He's going to pull himself up on the dock behind you. And preferably not in between you and Raine. And he will attack you with his harpoon. Well, a 2 is not going to do it. And neither is that. As a couple swings to your back, Grabella hit nothing but your spiked armor. And he cowers down a little bit, seeing how powerful you are.
Hi.
Yeah, he looks nervous. Wangdoodle.
You sure you don't want to join our side?
She just looks
He says something in a garbled and wet-sounding language. Wangdoodle, the aerial assault unit is 35 feet up in the air. What do you want to do?
Wangdoodle is going to move slightly into position here, drop down to 15 feet. And, alright! Bombs away! Activates his cannons. And we're just going to have one stay on the ornithopter and another one drop down right next to Grabella.
Okay, Grabella, you are gaining +2 AC because the ballista is granting you cover.
Heck yeah.
I'll move back away. Let's see, where's the other one's going to be?
In the boat!
I'll add it to the ornithopter eventually. We'll just assume it's mounted for now.
That's fair.
Alright, let's see. Am I within range? I should be within range. And let's see, as this one has made me particularly mad, we're going to give off a draconic cry.
Ooh.
Rubella's proximity may have awakened something within Wangdoodle.
Hell yeah.
Grabella,
Sorry,
you
can
hear?
you do your draconic cry,
Yeah.
please?
I want to hear it.
Yeah, alright, hang on.
Discord, no! All we heard
Discord
was
said
yep.
no.
His
Just-
draconic cry
There you
was so
go.
high pitched we couldn't hear it as mere mortals.
Only Grabella could hear it.
Yeah,
I heard you, Doodle. You got this, bro.
Oh
so
my god.
that should put that should create for this one here anyway that attacks have advantage.
All right, the marrow behind Grabella. All attacks against it will have advantage, thanks to Wangdoodle's draconic cry.
I'm fixing this now so it doesn't. All right, there we go. That move didn't.
There we
happen.
go.
All right, so
Locked
we're gonna
and
go
loaded.
for the Baron that decided that it was going to be so rude to not move when I wanted him to. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I have the right target. There we go.
Uh, 24 will hit. Oh god! Instead of blasting him back 5 feet, your cannon takes aim and blasts a hole straight through his squishy chest. He looks down at it and back up at the Archimandrite with confusion, and he tries to grab the blood coming out and falls face first into the water with a splash.
Perfect. So, then, with that done, Wangdoodle activates the second cannon. And is that Shallow Priest under the water at this point?
His head is above water, so he's not obscured.
Perfect. No. This is the one. Having so many cannons is so much. All right. The cannon on the dock is going to fire at the Shallow Priest.
God, you're gonna knock him off the map. That'll hit. 10 force damage to the face does cause him to submerge, but there is a significant amount of blood in the water that follows the hit to the face, and he reemerges with bleeding gums and eyes.
I was trying to be nice about this. You stopped me from being nice.
You wouldn't like Doodle when he's not nice.
Oh, this gets even better. Just wait. I hope they surrender soon. Or maybe not.
It would be smart of him, but you know how this goes.
It's okay. We're going to have fun now. And that'll be it for me.
Oh my god, Wagdoodle's lost it!
All the artificers are having too much fun.
Just way too much fun. The marrow will move his swim. He will move double move. And move right there. Actually, he's got 5 more feet of movement. There we go. Raine, you're up. You're concentrating on reverse gravity.
Start with an insight check. Nope. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to Mind Sliver the Shallow Priest.
He fails the save.
Oops.
Oops.
Oh, no.
That's not what I meant to do, but that's okay.
The force of psychic damage driven into his brain was so much that he is reduced to a red mist and disappears underneath the water with a and all that is
Good
left
job,
are
your
bubbles.
Highness.
little harder than I was anticipating. That's okay. Raine is going to jump off the dock into the water.
You are now swimming.
Well, actually, right before Raine hits the surface where you think there's going to be a splash, there's a very light, like, bloop sound, and Raine is just standing on the water because Raine has had a ring of water walking for literal eternity.
What? No. Show me the ring. Show me the ring. You've got to be. When did I give you this?
I don't even remember.
All right, Elf
I don't
Jesus.
even remember.
As it is now, I'm like, yes, she can't walk on water. Nothing can hurt me here. Raine's like, you gave me a ring of water walking. Episode
Raine
2, year
is
1.
Jesus.
God damn, Elf Jesus.
I think this was from House Hamaki. This was like some of the trash loot that nobody wanted, and I was like, wait, I could just walk on water and it's not like one of my attunements? Sure, I'll take that. First and only time it has ever mattered.
I cannot. All right, Raine. As Raine dances on the water.
Well, I can't actually click on myself because now the ornithopter is apparently above me. There we go. All right, I'm actually standing here, but I'm just going to stand here for a second. So I can actually click things and flank with Grabella.
Okay.
Actually, I need to add +3 +2. I need to add +5 for Blade Song now for my int bonus. Damage.
Oh,
Oh, well, okay.
Raine. As your quick mind sliver takes out a shallow priest, you dance across the water to one marrow's surprise, and immediately take out one of the marrows on the docks. What else are you doing with your turn, Elf Jesus?
I mean, we can move here.
You could.
Yes.
There is still that marrow in the water.
There is indeed.
And he looks just as surprised to see you walking on the water as everybody else does.
Honestly, I forgot all about this. I'm so sorry, Raine says to the marrow. Okay.
That'll hit. Swift
that will be
stab.
Raine's turn.
28 piercing damage, almost, produces a significant amount of blood in the water for the marrow, and he looks extremely shocked. Sea Swab, you're up.
Bring it home, Swab.
Seaswell's just like an awe of like, oh yeah. I'm just gonna go here. And we are going to lightning ball.
Ooh.
Oh, I lost my template.
You can click the button again, place measured template in chat, and then get your template back. All right.
And hold on.
Are you making it fire damage?
Yeah, my character's spellbook went away, and I don't know where it went. I can't reopen it.
His spellbook?
I got it. I got there.
Okay.
I keep forgetting when I did the template. I have to click back on those. Different select tool.
Mm-hmm.
Features. There it is. And that'll be a lovely fire lightning bolt right down the middle.
All right. Roll the damage for the lightning bolt. There should be a damage button you can just push. All right, here come the saves. As lightning arcs across the deep ones, it changes to an arc of fire as opposed to the blue-white bolt of lightning. The deep ones, who are vulnerable to fire, are definitely going to be taking double damage from this. So I'm going to very quickly just apply another. I'm going to undo these
Let me change it
two.
to fire. I don't know if that matters.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. If you click apply active effects for your transmuted spell, it said, and then I did roll damage, it said change what type. I clicked lightning and it gave me all the options. I changed it to fire. I don't know if that worked.
It did not change the actual spell, but that's totally fine because I can just do it.
It looks
Boop,
like
boop.
if you
It
do
looks like the
the
damage
if you do the
applied worked.
drop down, yeah, if you do the drop down for the damage roll on the lightning bolt spell, it says fire next to it, which is cool.
Oh shit!
Yeah, when I linked transmuted spell and I clicked apply active effects, once I rolled damage, when I hit the damage button, it gave me the option to change it.
Oh, okay, that is sick. Okay, I did not know it was going to automate like that. That is amazing. Well,
Yeah,
the
so like
25.
two that saved still took. They didn't take half damage as a result. It looks like.
Which
Let
would
me-
make sense that they would take full
Yeah.
because
They took half and then double that.
Oh god. Okay, so the initial calculation was correct. Okay, here we go. The first one is dead. He did save, but he is still vulnerable, so takes full damage and immediately dies. The hybrid priest in the back also saved, but it just wasn't enough damage to kill him. But the fire crackles his fish-like and moist skin, leaving a horrible smell wafting through the port.
And then the Archimedes guy, he's not within 10 feet of me, right? He's 100 feet in the air.
He's
Correct.
super far. Yeah, he's
Okay, I just
100
wanted to
feet in
make
the air, yeah.
Alrighty, that will. So I'm just gonna like cackle.
There's sitting ducks up there just floating above your head.
You guys are like killing people that Raine just can't even see, that Raine didn't even intend to necessarily get in the fucking reverse gravity, but apparently they were just over there. Love to see it.
The last marrow underneath the docks. Swim, 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 swim. Swim speed. Okay, that's gonna be a double move. Oh my god, swimming onto the chum of his friend. Oslo, you're up. I like how I switched to Kozlo's view and it's just this massive zoomed out. Like, how many people can I get in my fireball view?
How many?
Mhm.
can
How
I hit with a
many?
fireball?
Fireball math do be a thing.
They're dropping a couple
won't.
templates.
You won't believe what I'm gonna do.
This is going to be so surprising.
Fail an insight check?
Well, that
Oh.
probably,
I mean, probably that as well. Yeah.
but also we're gonna give these guys a little something something. Kozlo just continues cackling wildly, like this is the best day of his life.
Oh my
Are
god.
there still people up there? Jesus Christ.
Not,
Pulls just a
not for long.
massive bomb out of his bag, chucks it in his Lacaze stick, and just yeets it up there. And it explodes. And it explodes for 45 damage.
Alright, there's some rolling as the Baron is the only one who succeeds on his deck save. The hybrid priests fail. And both of the hybrid priests die. Kozlo, it's the 4th of July. You sent a beautiful explosion into the sky and no blood is raining down. Hooray!
Rain and blood! Hallelujah! It's rain and blood from fish!
It's kind of disgusting, but fair.
Why are you guys still microwaving fish in the break room?
We need a new break room.
Cannon will move over here a little bit and try to do the old onesie twosie.
Oh, onesie twosie last time did a critty witty. That'll hit.
Oh, I see you played Knifey Spoony before.
8 force damage. Do you want to push the Sahagin Baron back 5 feet?
If I push him back 5 feet, is like because he's floating in the air. Is there like momentum involved? Does he just like start slowly floating off?
He will just be pushed back 5 feet, but the gravity well will keep him centered. You could push him out of the gravity well, but he's too far in it. So not zero grav, just
We'll
anti-grav.
push him back anyway. He'll get a little bit closer to the other guy.
If you push somebody out of a gravity well, do they take fall damage?
Yes.
If they land on something hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So I actually Googled this and I was like, what is the highest a person has jumped from in feet and survived? It's not far, guys. So it's not far. I mean, like diving into water. So like humans are
Like
not
170
meant.
feet, isn't it?
It's like 100. Well, okay. A world record and when it starts hurting are two different things. But it was like, as long as you are hitting some sort of, I think it's like, fuck, I'll have to Google it again. It's like
I can't imagine
120
why you would be
feet?
randomly Googling this weird tidbit trivia. You
Oh,
know?
well, why? Why would I be Googling terminal velocity and how much damage you take when you hit a surface of water from 100 feet up? Kozlo, what would you like to know?
I'd like to know why this motherfucker's still alive. How much health does he have?
Big Boy has got a lot of HP. And unlike his hybrid friends, he does not seem to be vulnerable to fire. And so he just floats there, doing a little do as fireballs rain down on him from below. Anything else you'd like to do with your round, Kozla?
Nope, I'm good.
Grabella, you're up. The nearby ballista is giving you +2 AC because of cover. Elf Jesus is playing on the water, but you cannot reach the marrow.
Yeah, I am definitely at a disadvantage here. With really one exception. Still have...
Now, you could do some fancy footwork and jump across to that boat and then jump to the other dock.
Nah, I think I can get him from here.
This brings me a great amount of worry. Like, what are you gonna do to these poor marrow?
Rilla does not have active effect with the name Burning Hands.
You are raging, so you cannot cast the spell.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I do.
Don't you have wings?
I
Oh yeah, you have a
do.
fly speed.
That's
She
true.
has to use a bonus action to manifest them.
Okay, they're on me. Okay, gotcha. Yep.
Which... Is there a button I have to press for that? Or is it just... Yes. No. Dragon wings are on. Okay. I had left them on previously. Oops.
Oh, good.
Oh. Then we're going to do... I don't want to lose the AC, but I don't feel like there's much I can do if I don't. So... Rilla's gonna sprout her wings as her bonus action and fly over.
Hi. Yeah, you guys really mess with the wrong people.
And don't forget, Grabella, you do not have a hover, so you do need to end your fly on solid ground.
Okay, we'll go here then, just to be safe. And we will do some booping.
That do be a booping.
We boop the snoot real hard. Yeah, let's throw some fire on that. Why
Oh
not?
my god! Grabella, manifesting your wings, you fly across to the boat, landing delicately on the prow. And as the boat tips down, you sink your longsword into the skull of the marrow. And with a gout of fire coming from his skull, he explodes from the inside out. The other marrow near Raine is starting to rethink everything and is slowly slinking backwards.
Do you mind if I take care of that for you, Your Majesty?
Oh, please, after you.
Or try to.
Flapping
get
wings,
too
you
cocky.
hop over to the next platform. Oh my god.
Almost a critical.
Almost another crit. A 19.
Wait.
Oh, that was attack again.
I hit attack again.
Damage.
Le damage.
Yeah.
The
Might
slash
be
does not hit
finishing
the
him off.
vitals. Instead of the skull, you drive the point of your sword into his shoulder.
Eh.
I'm gonna roll insight. I'm certain it will fail, but you know, feeling spicy, so why not? Yeah, though. No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You are too
Anyway.
angry to insight.
that will end her turn.
Wang Doodle.
Ah, good. Okay, so totally not, full of bloodlust or anything.
No, it's not.
Wang Doodle
We're
gains
just
a
gonna
level in
sail
Barbarian.
up. We're just gonna sail as high as we can, and have a little fun. Oh, why can't I target this hybrid priest?
Which one? They're dead.
Oh, wait. Oh, then I have a problem. Let me reload. One moment.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah,
It's
one of them
raining.
one of
It's
them tokens
raining
is still
dead.
going for me, so
Oh.
I need to fix this real quick.
All good. All good.
Fair.
Most of the actually everything in that gravity well, except for a marrow in the very back and the Sahagan Baron, are just floating there, taking fireball after fireball.
Ah, good. So sorry for immediately slowing the pace of this combat.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Shit happens.
Gotta do some downloading.
Take the opportunity
Everything was
to.
fine until Coslow committed mass murder.
A lot of people have said this sentence that you're saying.
Everything was going just smoothly until Koslow's bombs exploded.
Until the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna set this guy to 100 feet up. 100
There is
feet
no
up.
war in Koslow's den.
Okay. I can no longer see the Baron, and that's a problem for me. But that's all right. I'm assuming he's back here somewhere.
The
Actually,
Baron
the guy
is.
you just moved
evil.
up, I don't see anymore either. He just disappeared.
I guess he went back to his home planet.
Oh, it's probably because he went out of line of sight for a lot of you guys because you have limited range dark vision. He's 100 feet up. So now that I marked him as 100 feet up, it might change things.
Great. So it's going to make it hard for me to target him. Because I'm assuming, well, I'm 50 feet up, so he should be within range for me unless he's just distant.
Might just be distance. Let's see. You're 50 feet up, and he's... God. Oh, yeah, he is just out of your range. He's supposed to be right here, but he's also higher. So I think it's counting, because it's not doing Pythagorean theorem, the 50 out and the 50 up.
Beautiful. All right. Well, we have flying as far as we can fly.
We haven't flown.
I had the idea that if I could see him, he was gonna get the point with the gauntlet.
Well, from where you are now, what's your ornithopter's flying speed?
30.
Oh, so he's a little slow boy. So I think the only person you should be able to see right now is the Archimandrite.
Well, that's not really what I wanted to work with, but that's fine. I was told to keep him alive.
If you have a light source, it might change things. Right now you're just working with your dark vision, which I believe is just 60 feet.
Does a massive exploding fish people in midair count as a light source?
Momentarily, yes.
Forward briefly.
Well, that's good enough for me, or I'll add one to my own. However we need to do this.
What are you trying to do?
If I can see him, he's getting the gauntlet. If I can't see him, I'm going to light him up again.
You cannot see the Baron. You can see the Archimandrite.
Ah, okay. Well, no, he's got to be kept alive, so... we're just going to do this. If Kozlo can do it, I can do it.
Just fling it up there.
We'll just launch one.
Yeah, I mean, that's got a radius, yeah.
I can do it too,
God, the fucking
I'm
artificers.
so proud of you.
Wangdoodle flies in the air on the back of his fucking ornithopter and just points the... Wait, Wangdoodle, what kind of artificer tool do you use to fling your spells?
That one is, it was supposed to be modified back when I was doing studying work before I got hungover. So that one was just, a nicely contained self-executing fireball. It, held in place with a pin, so it didn't go very far. You notice that these look suspiciously like grenades.
As more fish parts rain down from the darkness, it is true, the artificers have been given too much power.
Kozlo's
doing
just
fine.
losing his shit at this point, by the way.
All you see is just a bright flash of light, fish parts hitting the water with splat, 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 splat. Bright flash of light, splat, 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 splat.
Oh, we're not done yet. Light them up, boys. And the first cannon hops off the dock, goes for a jumping fadeaway shot as it tries to latch onto the boat.
That'll hit.
We're gonna 360 no scope this marrow.
The water is ejected from the lungs and gills of the marrow as he takes 20 force damage to the chest. Do you want to push it back 5 feet?
I would love to, so it gets right in the line of the next cannon.
Good lord.
Oh no, they're playing ping pong already.
Wangdoodle follows the the keepy uppy strategy of fighting game.
It's got to juggle.
Yeah, see, there you go. The alley oops. Here it is.
As the first one knocks him onto the dock with his force blast, right up next to Grabella, who has landed on it. The second one would have knocked him back into the water, but now just knocks a bunch of fish parts all over Raine.
Oh, that was beautiful. I'm so glad that came together. Sometimes field research, it does everything you need it to do. And just spinning the ornithopter back around to look at the one last floating fish man priest Archimedes.
There's the Archimandrite, and there is a marrow in the very back that I don't think anybody can see. Yep. Raine, you're up.
Is that it? Is that all of them?
Looks like we only got this guy, I think.
And
There's
from
one
the,
more still way in the back.
you can hear it go way off into the distance. So there's definitely at least 2 creatures in there floating.
Can you go deal with him, Kozlo?
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Or actually, wait, is he floating over a hard surface or not?
Now he's over the water.
But we'll give it a little bit more time. And Raine will just casually stroll back to the dock. Can I insight check?
Sure.
Oh no, I did the thing again. Getting under the ornithopter.
It's dangerous. You can also use WASD to move your token if you have it targeted. What would you like to know?
That's what I just did. Is Archimedes immune to charm effects?
No.
That's all I wanted to know. That
Right.
would conclude this round.
See, Swab?
Alright. If I move into this, do I float up?
Yes.
I do float up. Okay.
Well, you'll have to make a save, but probably. Like, it's like reverse raining right now in the gravity well because like the ocean is just being sucked up and raining on these guys.
Oh yeah, the fish parts also wouldn't come down. They would just keep going up. So now there's
That's
just a
true.
lake of fish parts at the top of the gravity well, waiting for it to be dispelled.
Like the explosive force of the fireballs probably projected some of it down, and then they just came right back and just there's like a fucking miasma of viscera just floating up there, like a
God.
film of disgusting. It's
It's
gonna
like
get great
a
in a
lava
minute.
lamp.
It's a lava lamp of fish guts.
Yep.
Okay, and then again, it's 80 feet away, 100 feet up. Is it still 180 or?
Yes, it's 180. Yeah.
180. Okay. Alrighty. I can do math. I'm smart.
You're gonna have to get a little closer for something. Oh wait, but you're a sorcerer. You've got that long range spell.
I do have
Sniper.
I always forget where it goes in my little thing here.
I think it's spell sniper.
It's spell sniper. I just don't remember where it is in which tab it's in.
I think it's features.
I don't think you have to act. I think it's just like a passive.
Yeah,
If
but
you have
usually
spell
tells you that
sniper
you
for
have
that.
it in your features.
Is it under effects? It might be under effects.
Oh, I see
if
it.
It's
It's
a
at the very
passive.
bottom. Okay. The spell's range is doubled. Okay, doubled. Doubled.
Times 2.
I wasn't sure if it was just additive or whatever. Okay, so 180. All right, we're gonna.
This is the longest fucking lightning bolt ever.
I don't have spell slots for all that.
You got sorcery points.
Says
The sorcerer?
your target is 95 away and your range is only 90, but my range should be doubled.
You just double check if your spell sniper is it passive or something you have to activate?
It shouldn't need to normally, but it might be in the game, like in the mechanics. Oh, it's specifically if you're making an attack roll. It's only attack roll based spells. So if it's a save or suck spell you're trying to cast, it would not work.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but chromatic orb. Well, it's an attack. Okay, but it is save or suck, but it is an attack roll. So, okay.
Oh, if it's an attack roll to hit, then
It
not
would
save,
hit. Then
and
it's
it
yeah.
would work.
As long as it requires an attack roll. Lightning bolt does not require an attack roll. It's only a save, so that would not be affected by spell sniper.
Okay, so I cannot use chromatic orb, is what I'm hearing.
Can
Yeah,
you,
it'd
like-
be like Firebolt, like Kozlo's Firebolt. He just rolls to attack instead of them rolling to save. That would be
Gotcha,
like
okay.
what
Gotcha.
it's.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm a lot more limited on my options. This is 50. It's 30.
Let's see, Ray of Frost would be valid. Ooh, but that's only 120 because it's naturally a 60-foot range.
I might be close enough.
Chromatic Orb. Range spell attack, that should work.
No, it's saying the same thing. It's 95 and I'm only 90.
For Chromatic Orb?
My target is 95 away and your range is only 90.
Oh, get closer, get a little closer. Just get 5 feet closer.
It's still saying it. How much closer do I have to get? It's still saying it.
Interesting. 1 second.
Even
Maybe
right
just
here, it says-
maybe just put yourself 100 feet up just for the sake of casting the spell. That might be the trick.
Yeah, that's also fine.
I'm right here, and it still says you're 95.
Yeah.
It might
You-
be because he's just 100 feet up.
Yeah, because
Like,
it's
you're
100
always
feet
gonna
up.
be. Forge did not prepare to play in 3 dimensions today, guys.
It did not. I will set him to 0 feet. You can go back to the docks, please. I see that's out of date.
My glass is broken.
Yeah, you'll have to do it manually. It's a ranged spell attack.
I don't.
Sorry?
I don't just do a ranged spell attack.
So it's a 1d20 plus your spellcasting bonus, so it's a +5. It's at the top of your
Plus your proficiency.
plus your proficiency. Yeah, sorry about that. But that would definitely hit. And then whatever the damage for chromatic orb is.
Fire, obviously, and then 3d8.
All right, let's see it. Little low roll on the damage. The chromatic orb will hit him for 8 fire damage as you fling it across the docks. Let's see if I
Oh,
can-
we got there. A lot of work, but we got there. And I will fail my insight check.
Is that the end of your round, C-Swab?
That'll be it.
Coslow, you're up. One
Coslow
marrow
will
remains
continue.
floating in the gravity well.
Yeah. Kazo will continue skirting the edges of this thing. I don't think that one's been hit at all yet. But I also don't know if I want to use my...
He just got hit with the chromatic orb.
Oh, that's right. Well, it's just one of him. So instead of the fireball this time, Kozlo will just point his Lakaz stick at it, and like a series of like bottle rockets essentially come shooting off of the end of the Lakaz stick pointed at the marrow. I'm going to Scorching Ray.
Ooh, what level?
Level 2.
All right.
Why does it want me to select the Eldritch Cannon? This is being weird.
What is it doing?
It popped up with a thing for Scorching Ray. It says select your targets, max 3. Oh, it's probably the range thing again. 'Cause I have
Oh no,
120
I put
feet
him
range.
down at 0 feet, so he should just be straight ahead.
Oh, okay.
But you can hit different targets with Scorching Ray, so you can choose to hit him
Right,
all
but
3
it
times.
only lets me pick the Force Ballista for some reason.
Oh, but not the marrow?
Not the Marrow and not the Orno whatever guy.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, this is not working.
If it's a little borked, you could just do it manually. Yeah, that should work. And just hit
I
the
think
marrow
it's-
3 times?
Well, I can't is the
Oh.
thing. It's attacking the Force Ballista for some reason.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Go ahead and, let's see, your spell attack bonus is...
Like I can roll it as though it's hitting the Force Ballista, and then we can figure it out from there, I guess.
Sure. I mean, that's fine too. Or Force Ballista might have a bad day. Damn you, Force Ballista. A poor bastard, he's unconscious. Okay, 15. And a miss. Let's see, 24, 20. Let me check if the 13 will hit the marrow.
I wanted me to roll damage for that last one anyway.
13 actually would hit, so 21 damage? My god.
Yes, assuming that he's not vulnerable to this stuff.
Apologies if that's a little bit buggy. I will check that out
that's
later.
Weird.
Yeah, that's
It
really
literally
strange.
only let me target the Eldritch Cannon.
As your scorching
only mine.
rays go streaking across the docks, hitting the marrow relatively squarely in the face, it looks like he's going to take his leave pretty soon. So if you guys want any, excuse me, if you want to question the marrow, you might have to capture him, but you still have the Archimandrite to the south.
That's the one that we were planning on keeping, right?
That is correct.
Considering Raine didn't even know that marrow was up there, yeah, it's probably fine.
Alright. Force Ballista will also shoot the marrow.
That'll hit. And more chum joins the anti-gravity well floating at the top of this 100-foot cone. The bodies do not hit the floor and instead stay suspended within the gravity well. And the Archimandrite is all alone.
Let the bodies stay suspended within the gravity well. Let the bodies stay suspended within the gravity.
Tick, tick! Well! Put me down! Put me down!
Wang Doodle, Coslo, could either one of you be here ready just in case for a quick heal if he doesn't make it?
Yeah, sure.
Careful, Grabella. Raine is going to drop the concentration.
Right.
And all of the viscera just fucking rains down from the sky.
I needed a bad pity. Not like this, but you know.
Kozlo reaches into his bag after Ray asks for healing, but clearly pulls out another grenade. But he's still just cackling like a psychopath.
Oh, I probably could have moved him over to the water if you wanted to,
No,
Keep him
this is
alive.
good. This is perfect.
It sounds like he broke every rib that he might have in his body on that fall. As he writhes in pain on the dock, he clutches at his chest and just feebly tries to drag himself to the water, but with 8 broken ribs, he's not going anywhere fast.
While that's happening, Raine is going to... Grabella, can you help me real quick?
Yeah, but he...
Just hold him still. I need his arms. Raine is going to put the dimensional shackles on him. Just in case. I don't know what this guy can do.
What is this? Free me. Free me.
Just a minute. We're going to have a nice little civilized chat.
Oh, release me to the water.
Yep, in just a minute, of course.
If you get released, you're not going in the water. Well, you're going in the water, but it'll be like parts of you.
Raine is going to kind of like kneel on his chest while he's laying here. And she will cast Geas. Oh, hang on. Let me recast that with him targeted, because that's like a
Sure.
Take 2.
Ooh.
You're really not going to like what happens next if you keep resisting me.
Oh, get off my head, you witch!
Raine will
It's
cast
no
it again.
Oh. Oh. No, I will not concede to your foul surface magics.
You can do this for a really long time.
Oh, I can't keep rolling like this.
Yep.
Upcast it.
No!
So unfortunately for him, he made me upcast it. So now it lasts for a year instead of 30 days.
Raine, you place a magical command on a creature that you can see within range, forcing it to carry out some service or refrain from some action or course of activity as you choose. If the creature can understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom save or become charmed by you for the duration. While the creature is charmed by you, it takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to your instructions. Raine, what are your instructions?
All right. Now that we've got all that nasty business out of the way, here's what's going to happen, Arcaman, whatever your name is.
Right.
You are going to go back. You're going to collect your hostages, the 2 whom you shared with me personal effects, yes? And you're going to make sure that they appear at the island that you designated. Now, whether that means your queen comes along to negotiate final terms, whatever, blah, 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 you do whatever you have to do. But you make sure that they're at that island. Understood? And we'll meet you there in a week's time.
Yes. Yes, my queen.
Lovely. Well, great. Anybody else have any questions?
Nope.
Perfect. Oh, and the one other part of this, they have to be mostly unharmed. Nobody comes dead. Do you understand?
I understand.
Perfect. All right, off you go.
He's got like
And if
24
what's her
broken
name?
ribs.
Her name was
Nerys.
Nerys, that was it. And if Nerys would like to come and negotiate, queen to future queen, she's more than welcome. And we'll bring the skull or whatever if she asks.
The depth mother will not be pleased.
Oh, if she wants some skull, I don't see how the options are.
A week's time, then.
See you there.
He begins to drag himself to the water, swimming through the chum of his former friends as he breaks the surface and disappears.
Well, I think that went rather swimmingly, don't you?
Again! Do it again!
Which part?
I want to see if these priests left anything behind.
Yeah, Garbilla's gonna investigate these piles of whatever in the water.
Seaswab, as you search the bodies, aside from their ratty robes, they aren't wearing much in terms of armor. However, you do find a small coin on each of them. It's about the size of a quarter. It appears to be gold, but the print on it is not one that you're familiar with. It is not an Arctis minting, but it looks like a kraken. But the upper body of the kraken is a skeleton.
Hmm.
Zombie Kraken.
Well, doesn't that describe the lady that we were talking about going to kill?
It describes her as Azrael described her, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we are going to need a seafaring vessel of some kind. Sea Swab, is that something you can assist with? Maybe your friend,
should be able to
since
find
we
us, somewhere to get.
saved,
Yep.
saved a ship, maybe?
Yeah.
Wang Doodle, I think we should also bring the airship to the edge of the barrier. I have an idea.
Yeah, sure. And you know, we definitely have enough firepower that anything that wants to be a barrier isn't, guaranteed to stay that way.
Well, not quite ready to risk the Ascended in such a risky play. But I do have an idea. We need to go see a woman about a skull that's probably been touched with a little bit of soulcraft. Just real quick, Grabella, Coslo,
Yeah.
from here on out, whenever we refer to Narcissa's skull, can you all do me a favor and refer to it as the skull?
The skull.
skull.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Words have power, and I'd very much rather not give them any more power than they need to have.
Fair enough. Works for me.
Because we will not be
Acknowledge
bringing
that.
Narcissa's skull with us.
Oh yeah, it's literally in a different plane of existence.
Yeah.
Not so much worried about that part, but I don't want to imply... Well, I want to imply heavily, but I do not want to say specifically that we have Narcissa's skull.
Yeah.
I want to bring them something that kind of looks like Narcissa's skull at a distance.
Yeah, Jim.
Narcissa adjacent.
Right.
Grabella just shivers at this sentence.
And I think I know exactly... You said, like, Narcissa was some elf originally, right? She was an elf?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what
I
you
think I
are
know
aware of
exactly
it, she is a frost elf.
It's fine. When they don't have skin, all elves look the same.
You're not wrong.
That's
I assume.
quite qualified.
Well, is there anything you guys want to clean up here, or shall we be off?
Yeah, I was just seeing if there was anything in the pockets or there whatever is left of them.
Aside from the harpoons that you find slowly sinking to the bottom of the docks, on each of the bodies you do find this golden icon, the same that Sea Swab found on the hybrid priests. It does not appear to be currency, but perhaps a religious token?
Have we explained to Raine that this is potentially I think we did.
Yeah, it was liches all the way down. Raine was pretty dismissive of it. Raine
Yeah.
does not have a whole lot of respect for liches. In fact, doesn't really believe that they exist.
Well, it seems like they're worshipping this philolactor. Kinda creepy.
It's really unfortunate, but deedless wizards do tend to resort to darker magics for a modicum of power.
Gorilla nods. She gets kind of sad for a moment, but nods.
Shall we depart?
Yeah, we should go back
roll.
and talk to your friend, the piratey, swashbuckly. Or
Yeah,
we
Sea
just
Swab's friend.
yeah.
Anyone to join me for the ride back to the airship?
Oh, Wang Doodle, you should stick with us first. We can
Oh, okay.
set about preparations in a moment.
Sure, you said airship. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Well, yeah, eventually we'll get there. We have a week.
Wangdoodle will stay on the ornithopter for now, just kind of gliding at a low altitude, and the cannons will be recalled into his bag for the next round of negotiation. Hey, Coslo, hop on.
Is there a button I push to do that? I always forget.
M to mount. You target it and push M. Oh.
Apparently, that is not a thoroughfare that we can go through.
It is not.
Who designed these docks? We
He's
need to
got
get
some
speed planners
alleyways.
back here.
Hey, go let Dara know that the docks might need some cleaning up, but they should be safe for the time being. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
She'll pat him on the head.
Yes, ma'am.
Can't remember all the way down here. That's right. I have gone the wronger way.
I like how everybody went that way.
Here's
You get a
me.
much different
Hello.
view when you're up here.
It is a cool little
What are these?
thingamadinger you got there, Wangdoodle. What is that?
Oh, thanks. This is my ornithopter. You know, I haven't quite figured out flying. You know, like Mom. So I needed another way to get around.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm new to the flying thing myself.
It's pretty useful when you need it.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and land in case people want to depart.
Kozlo's picking himself up after dismounting the ornithopter.
Trying to remember how to realign himself.
Sorry if I'm a little smelly.
Wangdoodle, you're in Almus's lap.
Come on.
Thank
I
you,
don't know how
Wangdoodle.
this happened. Listen, I didn't stumble falling off of the ornithopter or anything. No.
Fine.
Well, Elvis, what did you know about all that? You didn't seem to want
Why-
to join us.
I didn't know a thing. What a terrible coincidence to have happen. Horrible fishmen, just terrible. They followed the fattest looking trout to their next hit. Why, it must have just been on the way to Maginox.
Inside check. Liar.
Let's see. Oh yeah, absolutely. He definitely led them here with a 22. It was he knows you are here, and he knows that he could call in. His ship is very important to him, and he wanted to call in a friend to help get these stupid fishmen off his back. They probably are upset because he took one of their tokens, which he has already given to you.
Not a good way to reconnect by leading them to us.
Yes, I mean, terrible coincidence that, but I've only heard about the beauty and renowned power of the leaders of Maginox, and was very, very confident that you could handle them. And you did, look at you, perfectly unscathed. My, what pinnacles of physical prowess you all are.
And now you owe me a favor. I do
Gravella-
love favors.
Gravella, as she had walked past him previously, might have shook a little bit of fish onto his shoe.
As he shakes it off with a... Yes, of course, milady. A favor for a favor. What is it you desire,
I'll leave this in the capable hands of my dock master, Sea Swab.
Why, I'm sure, can't I allure you with a romantic trip out onto my boat? You say, go to Corinthia, see the sights, get you away from the stuffiness of the city?
You know, that is actually a lovely idea. I had a very particular island in mind, actually. Sea Swab, would you do the honors?
I will take Sea Swab as well. Sea Swab, how about you for a romantic rendezvous around Corinthia?
Well, since you wanted to lead them here to us, and we had to, find out the hard way about what they really wanted to do here, and with our new queen here not wanting to have anything to do with that shitty contract, terrible contract, we're gonna need a ride out. What's your name again? What's the queen's name again?
Nerys?
Nerys. Yeah, sorry.
Well, she's not a queen yet, remember? They did clarify that, Sea Swab.
We want to go take a trip out to see this soon-to-be queen, Nerys. You led them to us. I'm sure you can lead us back to them.
It is entirely possible. It also might be possible that I was, poking around their waters a little bit. Doing a little bit of historical recovery. Seems like these fishmen have gone full in on worshipping this Nerys character, when they once had worshipped more reasonable gods, like whatever this little conch thing is. But it's old news now. A relic. It's all about Nerys now. But it's made them edgy, nervous, and frankly, I don't like the way they've been dragging people down to the depths as opposed to slicing their throats outright. At least, when they slice their throats, you know they're dead. But when they drag them down to the depths, he shudders a little bit.
Well, first of all, that first part isn't necessarily true. You can get your throat slit and still be alive. I've seen it happen. Second, I don't really care what you don't want to do with them. You owe us a favor, and we want to go there.
I suppose we have done a little tete-a-tete. I've done you a favor, you've done me a favor. Perhaps we could call it even,
No,
What
I'm
exact
sorry.
favor have you done for us?
I've warned you, of course, about, oh, bother. Oh, fine, I do owe you a favor. I can't seem to schmooze my way out of this one.
Garbella loomed behind him towards the end of that before he changed
Oh,
it.
hello, darling. You smell atrocious.
I smell awful.
Dare say,
Yeah, I'm glad you had a change of heart. I was starting to feel bamboozled.
Great, we know exactly where we need to go. We need to be there in a week's time. So, whatever preparations you need to make with your ship, that sounds lovely to me.
wait, my ship?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
We need a seafaring vessel. You need to take us there. What did you think was happening?
Didn't you say you were the
surely
most
you
capable sailor on the seas?
Oh, no, come, my dear. Perhaps you could find some sort of slovenly little boat to make the trip, and not some my beautiful vessel.
I'm sorry.
I mean-
thought you were offering a romantic cruise. How can you expect me to go on a romantic cruise on some piss bucket in the middle of the ocean?
He
He's got a
looks back
point.
at Garbella. Looks around the room. I suppose I can't have the Queen of Maginox go off and sailing in the ocean on some piss bucket, no. You do deserve better, I'll give you that.
And you'll
Maybe
have
when we
us
get
to
back, we can
help
talk.
you.
There we go.
Yes, but that doesn't solve the problem of the bird throwing up constantly on my ship. Have you solved that recently, Sea Swab?
I think we need to get the artificers to whip something up to help him stabilize himself a little bit or something.
Oh, he needs
Wang Doodle
midwives.
and-
That's easy.
Yeah, Wang Doodle and Kozlo are very capable.
Kazo looks very proud at Grabella saying this, even though it's pretty clear that the only idea he has is bombs.
Bombs and inspiration gum.
Yes.
You know, it wouldn't be the first time there'd be bodily fluids all over your ship now, would it, Amos?
No,
Oh, God.
no, it won't be the first, and it certainly won't be the last. But if you're going to bring sea swab, then I ask you bring a large bucket.
That sounds like something that you should plan for. After all, you are the captain of this romantic voyage.
Oh, you're putting my sweet baby, my silent arrow in danger? Sea swab, you know how much this boat means to me. Surely something else could be arranged.
Hey, Sea Swan, this is a friend of yours, right?
Acquaintance would be more adequate.
How much do you like him?
What?
Let me rephrase. How
We
much do you
go-
like him having legs?
But we go way back, Sea Swab. Do you remember the Triton warships?
Yeah, I remember bailing you out of that one too. Here's the deal, Amos.
It's not my
you can
fault.
Take
that
us
the
in your
Triton's
boat,
daughter-
or you can not have a boat.
But my beautiful baby, I don't want it to be scratched up by fishmen.
Yeah, but you see, Kozlo's blown up quite a few ships, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. So I'm sure he would love another notch on that
Allegedly.
belt.
Right, we didn't burn all this paperwork for that.
Fine, but I have one extremely strong ground rule that will affect the entirety of us. Kozlo Greenfinger is not allowed to bring any sort of gunpowder aboard my ship, or powdered Borean shard in any form. I cannot have him risking blowing a sizable hole in my vessel, and having us all sink to the bottom of the abyss.
Caesar's gonna look back at Kozlo like, I mean, it's a fair point if we're on the boat.
No gunpowder, no refined Borean shard powder.
Wang Doodle looks over at Kozlo, gives him a nod and a subtle wink. I think those are fair rules. Kozlo doesn't bring any explosive powder.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Alrighty.
Yep, I will not bring any explosive powder on board the ship.
Sea Swab's gonna reach out to shake on the terms. Kozlo will not bring any gunpowder or any powdered Borean shards. There will be no explosions from him.
I don't know, I don't like how you keep specifying it's just from Kozlo.
What? I was the one you asked not to bring anything. I won't.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. All right, cool. Deal's done. All right, where's the boat?
I mean, you also have to consider, sir, that if you want your pretty boat to not get scratched up, that maybe we should be able to work out our full capacity. The docks out there are fine. I mean, they're covered in gross stuff, but that's washable.
Well, I'm just ensuring your safety. You've got a flightless bird, a kobold, a goblin, and most assuredly 2 others who, if subjected to the terror of the seas, would certainly perish. Or he looks at Grabella, looks up, looks down, looks back up, or something.
Nah.
Sea Swab's just kind of chuckling like, it's not their safety I'm worried about.
What, you worried for my safety?
I mean, you hidden here while we were out of the docks.
Yes, I was on my way here anyway, because I had heard from, the rumor mill, that things were picking up around here, and I wanted to see if Maginox was interested in my very, very expensive and rare
Listen,
booze.
Amos, if you don't have the fight in you anymore, that's fine.
What?
The booze sounds good,
Sea
though.
Swab is clearly catering to the ego, being like, I guess you're just past your prime, old man. You can't hang anymore.
What? I'll have you know I am in my prime of my life. I've never felt better.
All right, then we'll see what you can do.
Then I'll see you on the ship.
All right, we'll see you there.
Also, what
I
is this
will.
expensive and rare booze, though? Can we go back to that?
No time to offload. Apparently, it's time to go. I'll see you
Shit.
there on the morrow.
God damn it.
How dare you,
There'll be
sea
booze on
swamp?
this ship, Rebella. Relax.
I was talking about
Alright,
getting it in
so
the bar.
You know where to hit where it hurts, sea swamp. I thought we were brothers.
That's your brother?
I was like, no.
If you
You
just
have
pop
a
us in
weird
here,
family.
I understand. I have some brothers like that.
Sorry, I have to get that door fixed.
all right. Well, that went well. Well done.
Yes, but what about that expensive booze he was mentioning? We could actually use that.
Yeah, we should invest into that, Cosmo, or you should.
Well, maybe we can deal with that when we, come back from saving foreign dignitaries.
Yeah, we'll get a sampling of it while we're on the ship so we know it's the good stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah, with almost a lot of the times until you actually see it with your own eyes, and most of it's talk.
No, I never would have guessed.
Hang on, everyone. Come gather around for a moment, please. You too, Grabella.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm as gathered as I can get.
Just in case anything like that happens again, I would very much like us to be able to communicate over some reasonable distance.
No.
Raine is going to start tracing runes in the air, and one by one will touch each of your foreheads. And
The power of rain compels you.
goddamn right. We have telepathic bond.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. Can you all hear me? You're coming in clearly. Raine doesn't move her mouth. You just hear it in your head.
Oh,
Garbella's mouth does move when she does it because she's very confused but excited.
Well, what just happened?
Oh, now we can communicate telepathically.
Kazuo will just say out loud, like,
Wait, how does that work?
Sea
Well,
Swamp's
I
gonna
don't-
try and telepathically tell Kozlo, and I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna let this up to you. I'm just gonna look at Kozlo and just think the word poop.
You hear poop.
oh God.
Kazuo just starts giggling uncontrollably.
Does Kozlo know it's
Dara's
from
like,
me?
what
Does he know
is
it's from
going
me?
on?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how this works. I'm just testing. I'm literally
Right.
testing.
Now, you don't have to say everything that you're thinking out to everyone else, but, there have been far more interesting individuals in this telepathic bond before, so have fun.
Will do.
Okay, so this isn't like two-way, like you can always hear the other people, right?
No, you have to specifically want to send it to somebody.
Oh, okay. Whew.
And you
I
don't
feel
also
better
you also
now.
don't have to communicate with the entire group. You can communicate with individuals who are part of the bond as well.
All right.
Is it just like words or like thoughts, like mental images? Could those be sent as well?
Should it be language only?
Actually, it's not. They can communicate telepathically through the bond, whether or not they have a common language. The communication is possible over any distance that cannot extend to other planes of
Oh,
existence. So no, you can communicate thoughts and ideas and whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah,
So
that sounds good.
Kazuo, in the process of trying to figure this out, will accidentally just fill everyone's mind with whatever happens to be coming to mind for him at the time, which at the moment is the hobgoblin ladies from the other day, but like they're just huge chests, but they're bombs. The chest is bombs.
Cosmo,
What?
we gotta get you a girlfriend.
Hopefully
What are
one.
you talking about?
Hopefully a different one than last time.
Did you stop thinking about hobgoblins with big titties? I mean, it's a beautiful visual, but
Oh, also, Almus will probably end up searching you, Kozlo, so you might want to make sure you hand all your bombs to Wang Doodle before we go on board.
Oh, I have so much space in my bag of holding.
Oh, wait, I didn't. It's not really how this works. So I reach into the bag, and I use my artificer shenanigans to make a bomb exist. There's not actually bombs in there.
And he like holds open his bag, and there's like it looks almost empty.
That's amazing.
oh hell yeah! No, easy
Oh, then I think
peasy.
we have anything? Yeah, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's not like I'm carrying gunpowder around with me everywhere. You kidding me? With how much I get caught on fire, that'd be a terrible idea.
This is actually very true.
And I believe Kozlo still has around 40 feet of rubber tubing.
Like the
Well, it
actual
got-
ridiculous.
If he retrieved it from the harness, yes.
Oh, that's right. No, we used it on the harness.
We used
I mean,
it.
I don't even remember, but whatever.
Like mostly what you would see inside Kozlo's. So he has his artificial satchel, which is like a small thing that he mostly just puts his hand into, and you've seen him before, like pulling like cartoon style, pulling comically large bombs out of what is otherwise a very small satchel. Because artificer magic is like the basically the magic of creating things, and as long as he has his artificer's tools, he can make anything that relates to his spells, and he just manifests his stuff as bombs, basically.
Huh. Well, aren't you fascinating, Kozlo?
Also, I do want to
I'm very
apologize
good
in
at this.
advance. I want to apologize in advance for how you guys will see me on a boat.
See,
Well,
Swab.
if we can make you some sea legs or something, you'll be fine.
I mean, I could tinker with your boots and make them stabilizers like mine.
Yeah. Then maybe it won't be so bad. Unless, I mean, what part of the ocean makes you go blah, blah?
The motion of it.
Well, then we'll try that.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
matter which way the boat goes, you feel like you're staying upright.
Heck yeah.
Well, we need to go acquire the skull then, I believe. Yes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's go get the skull.
The skull.
I think I know just who might be able to help us, but I don't think she's going to be too happy about it. Good thing she owes me a favor. So many favors.
Mental note: don't become in favor to Raine.
Hey, out of Raine's pocket.
All right, opening the door. No.
Oh, you're locked in.
Tara, fix the door.
I'm sorry. I haven't. The door keeps locking by itself. Give me a second.
It seems problematic. It's like a fire hazard. Good thing we don't have fire marshals coming around to the docks yet.
I have a key.
Well, right, but you can't have a door that
It's
locks
just
people
loose.
inside.
Yeah, there. Go on.
Freedom.
Get. And thanks for saving the docks, Sea Swab.
Well, it's not just me.
Yeah, it's
Go on.
pretty stinky out there, so,
Well, it's stinky in here, Grabella. The longer you stay, now get.
yeah, just give him a little extra coin for that. I'm gonna need to go take a bath.
Actually, Raine acknowledging that she is also covered in fish guts. We'll press the digitate us clean.
After that happens, Kozlo will sort of sniff himself a little bit, like,
Ew. What did you do? I smell disgusting now.
I honestly just cleaned fish guts off of Grebella, and I didn't touch you, Coslow.
Oh.
Never mind. I imagined something that didn't happen.
Well, I imagine me and Cosmo didn't get fish guts on us because we weren't like next to him or whatever. Or
Yeah, that was kind of my thinking. Like, Grebella and Raine were the ones who are explicitly covered in fish guts. But you know what? Like, hey, if you want to be covered in fish guts or not, whatever, Coslow.
I feel like Kozla would probably be covered in fish guts in some capacity, regardless of the events that have just occurred. Like, you just would have them somehow.
At some point, he was covered in fish guts. Yeah, that makes sense.
And he's never bathed ever, so they're just still there.
So we need a skull, an elven skull, that has a faint waft of like soul crafty magic, right? That's my understanding of this Narcissa person. Is that sound accurate?
Yeah.
There was like gems in the skull too.
Oh, really?
It was like all fancy looking.
Sapphires? Question mark.
Yeah, it did have some assortment of gems within it. You could probably make a reasonable forgery between Seaswab and Coslow and Raine. Just talking about it, but Asriel has definitely spent the most time with it.
Well, if you guys can kind of recall roughly what it looks like, I'm sure they fish people haven't seen it or whatever. The House Hamaki will at least get some authenticity on its fragrance.
Fair enough.
House Hamaki. Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of anywhere where there would be a greater repository of elven bones that have been touched by
elf
spellcraft.
skulls. Alright, 1 second.
You know, only like 3/4 of their entire house were jammed into fucking weapons by demons or whatever.
True.
Raine will spend some time relating the woes of House Hamaki to anybody who wants to listen. So yeah, there was, House Hamaki, a bunch of drow. Their leader who brought them here ended up making a deal with a succubus who ended up possessing her, and in the process ended up basically ripping the souls out of most of her people and jamming them into sentient weapons. And
Good God.
then we murdered most of the ones that were left, and apparently they got into slavery afterwards. Like, enslaving people, not that they were slaves. And now they're trying to make nice and recover the weapons that they sold of their own people. I think that covers it. Oh, and there were really terrifying bat creatures, too.
I just have one question. When you guys killed everyone in House Hamaki, how come you left that little rat Brixus alive?
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck Brixus. I totally forgot about Brixus.
Oh,
Fuck
we Billy killed
Brixus.
him, just so you know.
Eventually.
Well, good for you. Actually, I don't know where he went to after we ran into him. He was just kind of a shady little character who nobody really liked.
Yeah, that did not stop after you encountered him. He just got worse, betrayed us. And then I smashed his skull in.
Oh, well, that should do it. That'll do the trick. Yep.
I was a little angry.
Now that you mention it, I don't remember what actually happened to Brixus in the moment. There was a fire elemental running loose, and then we fought a demon, and everybody ran away because we kind of went in and challenged the demon in the middle of a ballroom. There were fireballs. There was a lot going on. Hard to keep track of one little shitty goblin.
There.
As you walk into House Hamaki, you see a number of mostly drow and some goblins working outside to fix up the place a little bit. Apparently, most of certain wings have been burned down by, light-wielding bugbears and friends. And so there's been some remodeling of the way too large map of House Hamaki. And as you walk into the foyer, There is a group of Vakarans standing there, and a group on the other side of Hamaki. The leaders, of the two groups, namely Volka and Laryl, are having a heated argument, while their people stand around, wringing their hands nervously.
Laryl! Just the person I wanted to see.
The Hamakis immediately bow as they see Raine enter, and it's very creepy as they all do it very quickly, some even falling to a knee, while the Vaki bow politely, some even curtsying, but not as, at least prostrated as the Hamaki are. Ah, Raine, I was just speaking with Volka here about accommodations.
Lovely. I hope everything is going well.
Not
Are we
particularly.
fitting in, getting along together? Yes, getting along together really well, right?
No, but there's been no bloodshed yet.
That's kind of putting the ball on the floor, Laryl. I would hope we could aim a little bit higher than no bloodshed.
We know what it is like to flee a stronger enemy, but the Vaki do not seem to want to work for it. They sit and they moan about their fallen house, while the Hamaki are busy working on rebuilding.
Laryl? I'm sorry, Volka? Is that your name?
Vulcan
I don't know
nods.
if you've been properly introduced. I'm Raine. Lovely to meet you.
Queen Raine, I am Volka Vaki. The Vaki is a generic name given to orphans or those without a house. So forgive me if I do not have a more formal introduction.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'm not actually all that into formal introductions, so... is there a smaller room we could maybe have a quick chat? More private? Not in the middle of the foyer?
Yes, if Laryl will allow, there is a smaller room further on in House Hamaki.
Oh, if Laryl will allow. Laryl, would you allow
Of course.
all of us to go have a conversation?
Of course, my queen. Why would they leave them out to linger? She opens the door with a flourish, perhaps a sarcastic one. After you.
Grabella will squeeze Volka's shoulder in like solidarity, giving her a nod as they walk in.
Volka, you may as well join us as well, momentarily.
Oh, of course. That's your wish. What can I do for you, Queen Raine?
Well, perhaps we can have a brief conversation about whatever it is that is causing all the tension. See if we can find a way to work things out. But then I have a favor for you, Laryl, and I don't think you're going to like it very much, but I do hope you'll hear me out. It is very important.
Of course. Primarily, the problem is these Vaki are scared. They're confused. You've offered them a home, and they are very thankful for that, but they don't want to be immediately put to work rebuilding a house that they can barely call a home. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but by the Queen's grace, we are alive, and we are thankful for that. And thus, we must rebuild House Hamaki if we are to fill it once again with wayward souls. It has come under some significant damage, not to mention I do not want any Vaki wandering into places that are untoward, as Raine has seen within the depths of the house. They need to be dismantled.
Yes, I do tend to agree with Lero that there is quite a lot of work to be done around House Tamaki. That said, I do understand some of the reticence of your people. I mean, Laryl herself, after the loss of House Tamaki, took some months to come to terms with it, and I would expect no less from the Vaki. However, it is critically important that if the Vaki do want a safe place to stay, that they do assist in securing the house as best as can be done.
I see. This is not something that really our people have had to deal with. We've been sheltered from most of the problems from Novus. And now that he is gone, they're confused. Many are mourning. Some are searching for something to fill that void, not fill it with work. They need emotional and spiritual support. And it's something I can't give them.
Raine reaches out like a hand and touches Volka on the shoulder. I understand what your people are going through. I actually really do. I think it's important, though, for you all to know that Maginox itself was recently under the yoke of a number of tyrannical rulers who were selling people into slavery, using them as food stock, all manner of horrible things. So I hope that the Vaki do not feel like the people of Maginox are not receptive to their plight, merely that they are also recovering themselves.
Many of them do know that, but it's hard to tell them that when something that's happening to them now. They are just not as understanding, I suppose.
She looks over at Laryl, and even though it was said in perhaps spite, perhaps the Vaki have gone soft on our dependence on the elemental lords for, well, everything. Magic has suffused our lives, and as we get further and further away from the lava pools of Akaris, they feel that bond dwindling, and they're scared. So, there's not anything I can give them. They just look to me for leadership because I have somewhat good head on my shoulders. But it is true, I suppose, by comparison to the Hamaki, that they have been pampered. And this is their first real trial they've ever had to deal with. But Laryl frowns at hearing this and shifts a little bit on her feet.
I dare say the Hamaki and the Vaki have far more in common than maybe even you two realize.
They look at each other and nod a bit.
Unfortunately, I am not possessed of any kind of power to bring back to the Vaki what they've lost. No one here is. At least not without a great deal of time.
Well, and it is something that we all will have to deal with time. But may I ask at least, perhaps, just a week, or at least some rest, recovery, and to have them feel like they have a sure footing underneath. Many of them have been traveling for quite some time. Not many can traverse the caves as easily as you or I.
I believe that sounds more than fair to me, but I will defer to Laryl. This is her charge, this house, and its restoration. But I think a week of recovery is certainly fair.
Fair enough. We shall speak later, Volga. Let me speak with the Queen about her current need. By your leave.
Of course. No need to be so formal.
Who keeps locking all his fucking doors?
I told you, Laryl, it's a fire hazard.
All of these people are fire hazards.
Oh, that was a joke. It's a rather off-color joke, though. I think that's racist, actually, Laryl. You better be careful, you might get cancelled.
What did you need, my queen?
Well, Laryl, I am in need of an elven skull that has been touched with soulcraft.
How oddly specific.
It is indeed, but the demands of our current adversary are awfully specific themselves. And their quarry is not something that we can easily acquire, nor would we want to give it to them.
I did mention we were doing some restoration. Perhaps I may have come across some preserved bones in one of the darker corners of the house. Is it only the skull you need?
That's a good question. Grabella, Seaswab, Coslow. It's only the skull that you're all aware of, yes?
Yeah, it's only a skull.
The other artifact, is
A
somewhere
mirror.
else. Yeah. That we have access to.
Interestingly enough, I also could just produce such a mirror, but not important right now. I think if she just asked for the skull, that's all we should focus on.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Would you be able and willing to part with one of these preserved skulls, Laryl?
On one condition,
Name it.
that it is at least returned to Maginox for proper burial. I have been preparing proper and formal graves for some of the bones that have been found within. I do not want errant ghosts wandering my house.
I think that can be arranged.
There will be no desecration of the bones.
I don't think so. It said there was some gem adornments, perhaps? I don't know the extent of which, were they embedded in the skull? I'm looking at you guys, you're the ones who have seen it.
And
They
the
just,
eyes.
in the eye socket. Okay.
The eyes, yeah.
So that's probably fine. It's not really desecration.
I suppose it will not mind being momentarily bedazzled.
We will not put the bow on it that, Azrael had added to it at one point.
Just bring it back so it may be buried under the moonlight as it belongs. Who keeps blocking these fucking doors?
I appreciate your commitment to the bit to bitch about the doors in each voice of the respective person who bonks into them.
They keep locking. I'm like, who locked this? You are in a more repaired part of House Hamaki currently. The creepy main foyer has been demolished. The pillars are gone and replaced with a beautiful flower bed. Though at the end of the hallway, you all do notice a new statue. It is a hooded figure with a scythe, but with large bat wings protruding from the back. In front of it, a small candle lit. The candle is half burnt out, and it looks like it's been changed regularly.
And over there through that door is where Akashba hurled a fireball at a bunch of waiting Hamaki. Turned out that they were actually all just here for the party, though, and they immediately were disintegrated.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Laurel comes back. She has a satchel. And she hands it to Raine.
Thank you very much, Laurel.
Of course.
To ensure that they are well taken care of.
May I inquire? It is a curious ask. From even one such as you, I did not think you were to dabble in such necromancy.
Oh, no, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with necromancy, it's just another type of magic, but no, apparently there's a lich or something, and then there's another aquatic lich or something who wants the skull of the first lich because they're like her master or something, and obviously this is all absurd nonsense, but anyway, the squid lich, we'll say, has absconded with, Kire.
Oh.
And also Lucia, but like we don't give a shit about Lucia, but mostly Kire.
Oh.
And they are demanding some skull of, what was it, Narcissa something or other?
Yeah.
Narcissa Soul
Soul
Bomb?
Blight.
Soul Blight? Oh my god, it's so cringy. It's so on brand.
Sounds like she really took her job seriously.
Apparently.
But
She was born with that name and she's like, well, there's nothing else for it. I have to become a lich now.
liches, curious creatures in the grand scheme of things, when things in Maginox come back, would make lichdom seem trite, don't you think?
That's what I've been saying. What kind of a shit wizard do you have to be to resort to such things?
I wonder
Like the
what
clone
curious
spell is
powers-
right there.
I wonder
He's one
what
of
curious
those peop-
powers come with it then.
She's one of those that doesn't like the whole coming back bit.
What is
Makes
it
even
about
weirder.
what is it about liches that makes them feared anyhow? It's not something I am familiar with.
Well, anyway, apparently we have to go deal with somebody who thinks or fancies themselves a lich.
Oh dear. Well, I'm afraid I can't be any help. I don't know much about liches other than curious, death-loving sorcerers with a affinity for souls. That is all I know.
Well, you've already been an enormous help. Thank you so much, Laryl, for your contribution to the cause.
I hope to see you back hale and whole again, my queen.
Yes, me too. All
And
right.
watch the angry Vaki on the way out.
Oh, they just need some time. I'm sure everyone will get over it.
It is not every day one loses their patron deity.
Spoken like somebody who knows a thing or two about that.
I do, but they do not wish to hear the bleatings of a former priestess. It is something that we are trying to reclaim slowly on our own, and something we are not trying to press onto the Vaki, though many of them could use the guidance.
Well, perhaps if there are so many arcanists among their number that no longer have access to some innate powers, maybe we should open up a magic school and teach them the proper way of doing the arcane.
An
I
interesting
know some
theory.
of them would really like a school again.
A school here in Maginox, a place where, well, vampires used to feast. An interesting thought. I've only seen Maginox as a place for overindulgence, and not a place of higher learning.
I don't think you're at all familiar with how college works then, Laryl.
I've never been.
Unfortunately, she might have a point.
What is college?
Oh my god. We could literally make Hogwarts, but it's like a USC campus. It's just like fucking fraternity row, just parties every night.
You
We
should
can make
have
it happen.
somebody that's around here named Charlotte. She's my girlfriend. But she was one of the students at said school, and I know she could really use some direction and would really like to help people, figure something like that out.
Then I will speak with Volka about Charlindra. If she is so willing to help, then I can put her to good use.
See about finding Paya and
Annalie.
Annalie as well. Yeah, they were faculty there.
Good heads on their shoulders, too.
I see. I will ask the Baki about these people, and if they also need a home within House Hamaki.
If anyone is interested in studying the arcane, do send a message. I can send my handmaiden over. I'm sure she can do some rudimentary lessons at the very least. It might help you all out around here.
An interesting thought. Could keep the Vaki busy if they do not wish to renovate.
I'm sure they'll come around to helping. They're just kind of in shock about the whole thing. They didn't really get any sort of warning.
I can understand the feeling. It's not every day your house crumbles around you and your world shifts. Some of us, unfortunately, as you are aware, turned to darker trades, namely peddling the weak. And some of us were given a second chance and took advantage of it. I am sorry for the dealings of my house that you have had previous contact with, but I assure you, those that are here within the house hold their allegiance to House Lunesti.
And I believe we'll take our leave. Keep up the good work, Laryl. And try not to be too harsh on the Vaki. At least for another week. Oh, thank you. I was hoping we were not going to both stare at those locked doors awkwardly for the next 10 minutes.
Somehow they seem to have magically been fixed.
Oh, lovely. We love magic around here.
We do. It's great. Fucking love magic.
Do I see Volka?
You do. She's right to your left.
Go on now, Coslow. Hang around any longer, and I'll put you to work.
Oh God, wait. When you said put me to work, you said that kind of. Do you mean like?
Like washing
No, never mind.
dishes.
Okay, yeah. Just had to make sure.
Grabella is going to stop at Volka and give her 145 gold.
Oh shit, money makes everything better.
Get any extra supplies you need and anything that might help people feel better faster. I know that's a weird ask, but let me try to assist where I can.
Hey, it's not a weird ask. This is very helpful. And sometimes all that you need maybe is just to take some time to yourself. Go wander the streets, maybe gamble a little bit. Do something to blow off steam. They can't just sit in here and think about what if. We just need to keep living.
Yeah, and I get that Well, as much as this was the best solution, nobody wanted this.
A warm meal and a roof over the head is going to go a long way. And I'll give some extra coin out to those that need it. And if some Vaki needs spiritual guidance, then I can show them to your church.
Yeah, anywhere.
Gravella, like, loves Asriel, but Roxy makes her nervous still.
This is a different world for them. Many of the Vaki haven't even been to the surface in quite some time.
Yeah, I know one of them, not so politely hurled a tomato at the queen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not.
embarrassing.
It's not your fault. People are allowed their emotions.
We cut off his hand. I'm just kidding. We didn't do that at all.
I'm just trying to help ease where I can a little bit, because yeah, I know I didn't do any of this, but I still care a lot about you guys, and not just because Charlindra's among you.
Yeah, just watch out. Some people, they may even feel resentment towards you guys because maybe none of this would have happened if you all didn't show up, and people in Vicaris just shut out everyone to Vicaris and just became a Novus serving pocket dimension. That's no way to live.
No, but I'm sure it wasn't anybody's intention. Things will get better. And, you got some good people with good heads on your shoulders that can help you get there.
Thank you. And be careful with whatever you're doing.
Oh, it gets weirder by the week. Not that you're unfamiliar with some of our shenanigans.
She smiles
I'm-
at her.
I'm going to be going back down into the caves to lead more people up out of Vicaris, so I can't stay too long.
And if you need to use the money towards that as well, do it, okay?
I'll pass it to my guards, and they'll pass it down from there. Don't worry about us.
Understood. I'm going to.
It'll be a pretty tumultuous time, but with what you're doing, I think we're handling it the best we can.
Gravella will nod and pat her on the shoulder.
And
And,
take care of
join the rest
Charlindra.
of
She's a mess.
Oh, I sent her here because she needs things to do and is going crazy.
Some people are like that.
It's what I like about her.
She's fine. And
Alright.
then Gravella will join back with the group.
Grabella, did I overhear that Volka's going to be going back on some excursions to help evacuate the Vaki, or more Vaki?
Yeah. What's up?
Well, I've been pondering something. Hold on just a minute. Right up visitor. Handmaiden, person nobody has seen this entire time, just lurking around like 50 paces behind. Please come in. Right here.
Where's your...
Haha.
Aha!
I don't think I looked at this earlier. I don't think the character sheet's not actually right, but that's fine because they're more an RP thing anyway.
It should have similar stats.
Stats look right. It just doesn't have like spell casting or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because it's the old character sheet. It's not an updated character sheet. Anyway. Volka,
Yes, Queen Raine.
I would like you to take my handmaiden with you whenever you return to Vicaris to evacuate more people. She is a very accomplished arcanist in her own right. It's totally fine though if she doesn't come back alive, because Raine leans forward. She's not really a person.
What? What does that mean?
It's fine. She's a snowman. Snow woman.
What's snow?
That happens to cast spells. Oh
What
my
is-
goodness, you don't even know what snow is. Of course not. Why would you?
What?
Yeah, it's kind of. Never mind.
It's like when it's really cold and it rains,
Huh?
and the rain comes down as more like little ice flecks rather than rain.
I think you've described several concepts that the Vaki have never experienced.
She looks
in
over at
person.
Bella like,
Dear.
you mean like lava rain and stalagmite calcium formations?
You know, water. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yes. Yes, we
Anyway.
know water, of course.
It's
so
it's like
it's just-
lava, but very
Yeah.
cold instead of very hot.
Yeah, that's actually a way faster way than I was going to explain it.
Sounds dreadful.
Anyway, it's fine. You can give her orders as necessary, and she'll keep you alive and help you evacuate people.
And you said she can keep up.
She should be able to keep up about as well as I can, but her power is finite, unlike mine. So
I see.
use her wisely.
And what should I refer to her as?
Let's call her Snow. Seems fitting.
Whatever that means.
I just told you, it's like lava, but really, really cold.
They'll get there.
Name was
Honestly,
such a
like, just-
dreadful object. Why? Just
You
name
should
him.
not go outside the city then. It's like there's snow there all the time.
Yeah, how did you get here without seeing snow?
From underground, and most of the area around Maginox is, thankfully, what you would consider melted because of the geothermal activity. Because of Vacaris, Maginox is usually a somewhat warmer, if not cooler, temperature.
Well,
It's not
anyway,
plastic.
I think she'll be able to assist you.
Well, all right, Snow. Let's get going. We've got a lot of people to lead.
Thank you for that.
Of course, mostly I wanted her to keep Eris safe, but I think Eris is pretty safe at this point. Now that the whole king and queen thing is done, you know?
True. But
Keeping
still,
track of her on my own is not something that I want to deal with.
I still appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, I mean, if they're going to live here, they're my people now as well, so.
True. Thank you. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm awkward.
You're welcome to keep saying it, but you really don't have to. Because I'm going to drag you to the depths of hell if necessary. Haha!
Oh dear.
With
Going to
Elven
save the
Skull
world.
in hand, where do you go next?
Should
You
we
can-
shop before we adventure? Do we need to go shopping? Do you all have potions, everything you need?
Probably
Equipment.
use some more potions. I think I used all my good ones on our last big adventure.
Okay, let's go shopping then. Hopefully there is some new stock of things.
Oh,
Maybe. I don't know.
to
We'll
the
find out.
streets! All right, one moment,
On the
please.
streets.
Sea Swab? Coslow, do you all need spells, things like that? Scrolls? I don't know. I know Coslow, you just explained how your magic works. It just comes out of a bag.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sea Swab, do you use? No, you're not a wizard, are you?
No.
I'm sorry.
The streets of Maginox are once again bustling. Although most of the crowd that was here for the coronation has cleared out, the streets are filled with people, most crowded around vendors, eating hot cherry pies, cotton candy, and other goods to keep one up at night. Coslow's Den has also a steady stream of people coming in and out, all looking and laughing and enjoying the evening.
I spy a raven.
I like how Sea Swab is looking for them on every map. Good, I like that.
Oh,
Hello,
See,
and
the Teddy's
welcome
still there too.
to Talabrina's Trinkets. Please, come in. I have some delightful magical items for you. Taking an ocean adventure? Why, make sure you carry with you this ring of swimming. Make sure your arms won't get tired and you won't sink to the bottom of the ocean. Even the most non-buoyant of boys can buoy the water with this boy. Boy!
When you guys might... When you guys should consider getting this?
the swimming.
Yeah, the ring of swimming.
I think it's a great purchase for anyone who has trouble swimming. Yeah.
Why, my good little friend, my handsome little kobold, are you a sinker?
Me? Nah. Never touched the stuff. I like to stay above it. Harder to pull triggers when you can't breathe.
Ah, good for you, good for you. Then may I interest you in this ring of water walking to ensure that you are always above the waves, even if you are dropped upon them.
Oh, well, you know, that looks,
You can't get wet if the water can't get you.
White starts examining that ring very closely. Like, this was this just like basically like was this rookie level enchanted? What's going on with this?
Oh, it's just, minor magic. Even the most basic of water elemental can be infused in such a metal. Can you hear him? Can you hear him inside gurgling? He's gurgling for you.
I'm sure that's exactly what he said. You hear that, right?
He says, young, handsome kobold. Ah, yes, that must be you. Surely, if one such as you doesn't want to get your poultices and potions. He's kind of looking around at your belts like he doesn't really know what you are. If you don't want to get those wet, then take this ring of water walking. Cheap.
Nah.
Grabella will put her ear to the ring to see if she can hear it gargle.
Yes, can you hear the ocean? It goes gargle gargle.
Gargle, gargle, huh?
Yes, it's like one of those conch shells.
Right. Okay.
Let's look at getting some more of our important stuff. We'll come back around. We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Of course. But if you buy now, I give you 10% off.
Oh dear.
But don't let this priceless artifact go to waste. Why, this handsome young man right here may just as well buy it under your nose. Now, you sure you don't want it for... Why, that would be 82 gold off just this minute. Are you sure? If you walk away, the deals will go with you.
If that handsome man decides he wants it before we come back, that's just a fair market.
Then I am left to the whims of the market. Good day, my young handsome kobold.
Oh, okay, goodbye. That's a lot of references to my physical beauty, and I'm not sure that's okay.
You're very beautiful, Wayne Doodle.
Oh, well, thank you. Don't think that... You know what? It's okay. That's not important right now.
Possibly fills you with more unease as the dragon lady looks down at you with a primal hunger.
She's just trying to get a compliment.
Let's see. Who, over the telepathic one, who of you can breathe underwater?
No, I don't think any of us.
Oh,
Does
really?
Rebella breathe?
Rebella does not
I guess.
breathe.
Yeah.
I don't breathe.
So there's 3 of you who can't breathe underwater?
I can't.
Pretty sure you don't
I
breathe.
can, but I'll probably die.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Whoop.
Oh my gosh.
You don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. Yep, Rebella doesn't have to breathe.
Alright. Here. I went ahead and bought potions for everyone. And also this really neat hat, but I'm going to keep the hat.
Okay.
Is this guy a store, or am I looking at the wrong person?
Who?
Apothecary Little
No, that's
Orlid?
Larix. That's the guy who.
No, it's
Oh,
just
that's
Larry.
right.
He does not have stuff to sell.
Yeah, he's not a very good apothecary. He's not actually selling
Oh,
anything.
You
Just
crushed
Can I,
his
his
sell,
house!
can I sell stuff?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Most of these vendors will allow selling, yeah.
Okay.
I just sold that guy all these +3 bolts that I was keeping for Flicks, but fuck him. He's not coming back.
Oh no! Why is my potion guy upside down?
Okay, I can't actually send this to you guys directly, so I'm going to drop a little pile.
Basil, your boyfriend's
oh.
over there.
It's all the way over here, but here, go get a potion of water breathing.
Ray just throws it in the alleyway. Go get it! Get it,
Yeet.
boy!
I got one for Kozla, Wangdoodle, and Sea Swab, so you guys
Yeah,
can
you-
each have one.
Oh.
You specifically do not need a potion of
Oh,
water.
that's right. I'm a dum dum.
But here,
I'm
though,
having-
these are for you.
What
They're
is,
very
what is,
expensive, so use them sparingly.
what, where?
Right here. I'm dropping them for you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's, we both of them?
Those are big
Sure.
boys.
That's what I was
Actually-
gonna go buy.
Actually,
Yeah.
here, have another one.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, okay, thank you. I guess I could see if any of the sword people got any cool things.
Oh my god, there's 2 Wangdoodles.
Oh my god, I'm being followed.
There's now only 1 Wangdoodle.
I'm trying to see where all the stores are. My ADHD is not being helpful
I could
today.
have sworn I just saw my twin second
Oh, there's
cousin.
the repossessed armors guy.
Talabrina's trinkets. It's a busy day today, apparently. Annie's weapons.
Mariner's plate. I feel like I sold this to him, didn't I?
You probably did.
Probably
I
did.
think I did.
Screaming Scrolls, Mortal Devices. Grisella is also a vendor, but she does not have anything currently.
I can't wear it anyway though because it's heavy. Mariner's splints.
There's a shirt over here that, well, you know, that's heavy armor. None of you can wear heavy armor, can you?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
Not effectively, but I'm good. I don't need it.
Welcome
There's-
to Talabrina's Trinkets, my young, handsome Kenku. Do you have a problem with water on your feathers? Why, then take this ring of water walking. For the low price of 820 gold pieces. Ah, you must be a sinker. What about this ring of swimming?
I'm good.
Very well. Any other of my goods catch your eye?
Is there a weapon dealer somewhere, or am I blind?
It would be Mortal Devices. As to the northwest.
There's also Annie's weapons,
And his weapons, yeah.
which is down here, Grabella.
Oh god.
Annie's got a gun.
Oh my god. Shorts are
He
like.
does? Hang on,
no,
I'll come to
no,
look.
no, she doesn't. I'm just saying, like,
I think I sold her that store. Or life stealing.
Greetings. Sorry, we're a bit low on stock due to the recent festivities. Things have come and gone very quickly, but I have a few special items for sale. Anything catch your eye, ma'am?
Yeah, not currently, but thank you.
Of course. We should have some more stock in soon. I hear
Definitely.
trade is going well at the docks.
Yep. We're working on that every day. But, yeah, I'll come back after our little trip.
Very well. Take care.
And you said there was one in the north somewhere? Mortal device?
Northwest, yeah. Mortal devices. I might give these guys a different border or something to make them stand out a little bit more.
You're good. I'm just blind as hell. I think I'm good. The potions were the big thing I needed.
Oh, Mortal Devices does have a shotgun +2.
A shotgun, you say?
I'm like, how did that get there? That is a shotgun.
Would
I
be
did
the
also
first time.
I did also give you all those green shards, Borean shards. Did you all need to do something with those? Like unpark your scorpions?
Yeah, we should probably go do that. Castle!
The scorpions will probably not fit on the boat, by the way.
Yeah, that was my only other thought.
What is this fucking boat? Like a tugboat? I guess we did bully him to get his ship, and we didn't even confirm that it's actually a ship. It's just...
Yeah, you don't know
It's
how
just-
big this boat is.
He's just really in love with his kayak.
I know how big
guys.
the boat is.
You do. It could hold the scorpions, but it would probably be really awkward to just bring them. They're not really seafaring vessels. One goes overboard, it sinks immediately, and it's gone forever. Also, not to mention they're primarily clockwork, so you're not sure if the ocean water would make them rust or not.
The
Yeah.
sand. The sand. Even worse.
They're Feronian, so they are actually pretty good with the sand. Probably not good with the water.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. All right. Everybody good? Everybody has everything they need?
I need Wayne Goodall to fix my boots real quick before we get on a boat.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Wang Doodle, do you hook C-Swab up with some stabilizers?
Yeah, you want to do it like right now?
Well, before we get on the boat,
All right. Well, you know what? Here, just sit down for a second. Give me your boots.
I don't actually have boots.
Do you have bird feet?
I might have bird feet.
Can
Well, how are
we
you gonna
buy...
wear boots? There's a problem here. If you have bird feet, you can't wear boots.
I don't see myself wearing boots.
Yeah, this
How
is
much-
why
how much
Gerbella
do
recommended
you-
a contraption of some sort.
No. What is the minimum required to legally constitute as shoes?
If we go by World of Warcraft rules, that it's from the knee to the ankle. And then the toes are, of course, out.
Okay, because look, there's enough scrap wood and scrap hide to easily make some, like, sandals. We're talking like bare bones Birkenstock. We're getting there. We'll make them.
I'll take them. Hold on. I have fine clothes. Does this count? A set of clothes designed specifically to be expensive and show it. Doesn't say whether they're boots or not, though.
You could give it to him as, like, raw material. Wang Doodle's gonna need something to work with. Okay, put him on the ground, C-Swab.
Ready, fine.
Wang Doodle, he does have bird feet, so describe what you're going to be doing to help him not get seasick.
Wang Doodle is going to use his artificer's tools to effectively attach gyroscopic stabilizers to the outer sides of each of the shoes to give support roughly where those outward toes would be placed. So anytime he starts to tilt or shift or even become off balance, they'll start to help bring him back to upright.
Okay. With the fine clothes, I'll lower your difficulty on this DC check. Is there any other material that you want to contribute before you are forced to make an Arcana roll to see just how good you make these boots? Or leg apparati?
I mean,
Not for C-Swab. C-Swab already contributed some raw materials.
Yeah, I've got. I mean, I don't even know what I can add to this, but
It was maybe some metal, some,
also, you got any of that rubber left over?
52
there's
feet of
plenty-
rubber tubing.
there's
I don't need 52 feet. I need like
plenty of
half an
scrap
inch.
metal.
I actually have 1 foot of rubber tubing left.
Yeah, I've got, for some reason, some crossbow bolts. We can just go ahead and melt those heads down for some extra metal.
Okay, throw them on the ground. As you sew together some fine clothes and some crossbow bolts. Approximately 9 of them. Alright, Wang Doodle. Make me a DC 14 Arcana check.
Are you kidding me? Wait, hang on.
Hey, I got some arrows too. Do you want those?
I don't know if that helps your check or not.
Wait, that's an ability check, right?
It is? Are you guidancing?
I'm
Oh,
going
flash of genius!
myself.
There we go.
There we go. Add 5
Hang
to the
on,
roll.
I'm better at this.
Wait, I got this. 18. All right, you don't let them see you struggle a little bit with these materials that you're given, but you're a master artificer. You've built better with worse, and so with the scrap that you have on you, plus the crossbow bolts and the base boots, you fashioned something that C-Swap can wear that will, as you mentioned, gyroscopically stabilize him if he starts to shift when the boat is underfoot. It may not have the range that you're looking for, so if the boat tilts to a massive degree, he will start to feel it, but otherwise, you think it'll get him by. And they don't look completely ridiculous. They look more like the shoes from Portal, giving him a supplementary ankle holster that kind of springs a little bit when he leans against it, but it counter springs where he needs it.
Yeah, you know, if I just had a little extra metal, maybe I could have put an extra gun holster in there or something.
I got some arrows if you want more.
These are probably as good as they're going to be for now.
We're gonna
Next
go with
time.
C-Swab, you will no longer have to make constitution checks while you're on a boat to avoid the perils of seasickness, which can occasionally render you not unconscious but incapacitated as you violently retch over the side of the boat. Hopefully this works.
Yay, my entire backstory retconned.
Thanks to one very high-level artificer. But at least you could probably bounce around a little bit.
There's definitely a non-zero chance they can just turn into trampoline shoes.
Yeah, artificers aren't really something that kind of exist on the high seas, or, well, maybe they do, just in different forms. Now, are you all finished with your shopping?
Yeah, I think so. Wayne doesn't know about C-Swab's rule of 50-50.
You are correct.
All right. Is there anything else that you do before you meet a certain captain back at the docks in order to get on the SS Silent Arrow?
I feel like we're forgetting something, but I couldn't tell you what.
Raine will stop by House Lunesti and just, kiss Eris. Bye, thanks, babe. Just let you know where we're going.
Going on a high seas
Everything's
adventure.
fine.
Yeah,
Gonna go murder another foreign head of state. No big deal. They just, threatened everybody here and like kidnapped my sister. It's no big deal.
Grabella will make
Okay, love
sure
you.
that
Bye.
Grabella will make sure that Charlinda gets a letter.
Can we we don't have to go in there, but just have Kozlo check in on the bar and make sure things are running smoothly?
Oh, absolutely. You can barely push past the throng of people as you enter, and Sunny is managing everything with a very firm and strong and kind fist. Grumpus is constantly pouring drinks back there, and you actually smell something very delightful coming from the kitchen. Grillnick has learned a lot from the celebrity chef that has shown up and taught him a few things. And now the menu is refreshed, and a new throng of people are coming in. So things are quite good at Kozlo's Den.
There's a universe where if we don't have to go save the world, we actually just got to do Kozlo's Den, but make it the bear, and we were good.
Yes.
With this D&D game.
100%. With your shopping
But
done.
no.
With shopping done and your loved ones kissed goodbye, you return to the port of Maginox on another eternal night. Almus is standing on the dock, on the boat, the smaller boat, leading out towards his ship, which is moored in the harbor.
Wait, is this your ship, Almus?
No,
This ship sucks!
This isn't my ship, it's the smaller ship you take to get to the bigger ship. Don't be ridiculous. Where's the dockhand? Dockhand? We're ready to go. A large goblin stomps onto the deck and salutes you with a meaty fist. Well,
Hi.
go on, everybody pile in, and we'll go out to my ship.
Oh, Raine, you said you wanted Esther to pilot the airship, right?
Well, I had an idea, but I don't know if it's really going to work.
Well,
What's
I think
your-
now's a good time to talk about it.
If you do have some sort of idea that's going to bring ruin and despair upon my delightful craft.
Well, probably not. How close could we get the airship, conceivably,
To
to this particular
Caranthea.
island that we have to go to?
About halfway before we actually, you would hit the barrier, and then all of your propulsion mechanisms would go, and then you'd go careening into the ocean.
This specific island, though, how many is that in miles? Halfway doesn't mean anything.
Nautical mile, I'm just telling you when you're going to hit the barrier. But what? What does it
Bang.
matter?
Well, because I want to know if we can get in range of the primary guns. Wangdoodle, do the math.
Yeah, sure. Wingdoodle sits down, scribbles out some numbers, draws what appears to be squiggly lines and a blimp. Yeah, no, with the vague answer of halfway.
There was
Yeah, we can hit it.
It is very, very far from the barrier. You can't take your airship there. You'll go careening into the ocean, I'm telling you. What are you trying
take
to...
the airship there. I want to take it to the edge, and I want to know how close it will be to this particular island if we took it to the edge of the barrier.
He thinks for a second. Then I would say it's about 150 to 200 nautical miles past that.
Why is the ocean so big? Fine.
Because it's a
alright, we should
large
just leave the
expanse
airship
of-
here.
We're also kind of on the northeastern coast. We're going to be going in a southwesternly direction.
Remind me when we have a conversation with Arctis that I'm going to tell him I'm going to fuck his barrier all up because it's stupid. He's going to be a parasite leeching on our planet, You can at least play by our fucking rules.
Yeah, Grabella.
Yeah!
Grabella, that sounds like some Narcissa talking, because Narcissa also mentioned something about destroying that barrier.
Rebella will raise her eyebrow, but stay quiet.
All right, come on, Mr. Greenfinger. Don't get boat shy. We're going to be going to a familiar place, after all. And there's no escaping now.
Oh, hang on, Don, 1 second.
And Kozlo will draw. Hold on, I have to find it. Where'd it go?
Hold up.
Kozlo will just drop the 2 fragmentation grenades that he's apparently been carrying this whole time on the docks and just leave them there.
Oh, right. No bombs. Sea Swab, wings up. It's time to get frisked.
Why am I getting frisked?
Because you're closest. And also, undoubtedly, the most handsome.
He's all like raises his wing.
I don't know. There was that one shopkeeper who would, beg to differ.
Are you carrying any explosives, Sea Swab?
I shouldn't be. No, I don't have any explosives on me.
Hey, my queen, we allow a slight pat down of the backside of my hand in a proper manner.
Under no circumstances are you to touch me. Trust me, I don't have any explosives. I don't need any explosives to sink your vessel if I wanted to.
I'm a dragon. Carrying explosives would be dumb.
Not even a little frisk as a treat?
No.
Kozlo
gives
starts
him
to
a look.
longingly at the grenades sitting on the docks.
What about the small blue one in the back? Yes, you there, the one with the goggles.
Yeah, what about me?
Yes, anything highly explosive that you don't want to bring onto a wooden ship?
Nah, all of my highly explosive stuff is ship certified.
I don't know what that means, but who certifies these things? Anyway, let's be off.
The best phrase anyone's uttered today. Ship certified.
One moment, please, and then we will wrap up the session.
I love that no one pointed out to, like, Kozlo definitely didn't care, but no one was like, maybe don't leave grenades sitting on the dock.
I'm sure that random mischievous Maginox dockhand will not get up to any bad activities with those grenades you left.
No.
Probably not.
Hey, free grenades.
We will never come to regret this.
I'm sure he isn't yelling for Kozlo to come back and sign him.
Yes, have these grenades for free, and then if you buy the battle pass, we'll give you the firing pin.
Welcome, everyone, from the short jaunt from that boat to the SS Silent Arrow. Yes, we are on the water. Please do not fall in. May I introduce you to your crew? Do you mind at least give me a proper introduction before you go trapacing around my boat?
Now I'm curious. Sorry, it's a soldier in me.
Well, you're going to have to wait for just a moment. These are going to be the people who are going to be keeping you alive during this romantic rendezvous. First off, my boatswain? A goblin in the back with a small blue hat and only one eye waves. That's Drax. You can consider him my second in command until we reach Rascal's Reef. My quartermaster to the north, that's Trifty. Don't try to pull the wool over her eyes. She's the sharpest goblin I know.
Of course, perhaps second to Coslow. My navigator, on the top right, that's Mariel. She gets a little cranky out in the sun, but she deals with it. My carpenter, as who, to my left. Avanti, I hear from a strange place called Vicaris. Sounds dreadful. No water, no sky. Sounds like hell. So I'm glad to have him on board. You see a hole in the ship? Talk to him first, scream later. My sailmaker, on the very bottom right, that's Sue. But that's not S-U-E, that's T-S-U. Short for tsunami. Just kidding. That's probably actually the origin of the name. But anyway, don't shoot holes in the sails, or in yourself. She'll bandage you up either way. And last, you'll see a couple of my handy sea gobs up on the boat here. If you need anything or any vomit cleaned up, let them know. And not me. I don't want to hear about that. You can find, well, at least my quarters and some additional quarters to the south and the north, but otherwise, my boat is, I suppose, yours to go wandering about on. If you have to get into the captain's quarters, you do need to make sure you're knocking twice upon the arrow as you approach. But go on. Scamper away. Explore my boat. Be nice to her. I love her.
Looks a little bit rougher than the last time I seen it.
Well, Sea Swarm, I have to say the seas have been a little bit rougher. Whoever this Nerys fellow is stirring up quite a ruckus with Coranthia, and it's making the waters not safe for everybody. If you and your friends can actually put a stop to this, it will do everyone some good. Not just me. They've been whatever Nerys is doing to drive all of these Sahagin and Marrow to doing her bidding, they're waging their own war on Coranthia for some reason. And it's the sea elves of Coranthia that keep these waters safe. And even though they charge us an arm and a leg to get things across their safe borders, at least they prevent krakens from dragging our ships under. Hasn't been the case lately. And frankly, I, for one, do not wish to entirely lose my silent arrow, no matter how many planks I have to add to her. Raine, below deck you find a row of cannons. What, is anybody going to go below deck? Continue exploring? Oh yes, Coslow, yes, I hear him rummaging about. Coslow, you find a jail cell. As promised, there are a lot of goods down here, Coslow. Not to mention, there are multiple casks, and as you walk past them, the ones that you just passed to your right, you can, they are marked Feronian Pale Ale.
Love a good FPA!
The larger barrels down here are also full of liquid, and as you get closer to them, they're all marked rum. There's also a series of numbers on them, probably some serial number, but you don't know the initial origin. Raine, there are some...
I found pigs!
There's a whole lot of livestock down here.
Look at that one, it reminds me of Dreon!
Wait, why does it remind you of Dreon?
Oh, he has a pig named Dreon.
Well, we did until we cut him up and fed him to everyone.
We did end up killing that particular one, yes.
Was the pig named Dreon before or after you met Dreon?
After.
So
Very
you
much.
named him after Dreon?
Yeah.
And then you ate him.
Yeah.
Oh, friendship.
Gravilla makes
Okay.
a face.
Did I lose C-Swab?
No, I'm right here next to Wang Doodle and Cosmo and Grabella.
Okay. Okay, there you are.
A 20 cannon battery. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I hope we get to use them.
The sound of livestock can be heard in the northern part of the deepest parts of the ship.
I can only assume food.
All right then.
There are cells
This
here that
seems
are
like it'll
empty.
be perfectly suitable.
I'm
Suggest
good. I'm
everybody
glad
get a good
my
rest.
baby is suited to your needs, my queen.
You really have like a thing for this ship. I'm not entirely sure that it's healthy, Almas, but
Look at her. She's gorgeous. Fast, sleek, quiet, deep, and more loyal than any woman or man I've been with.
Speaking
Did you
of
say
women,
deep?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's
speaking
deep.
of women, what happened to
Yells
your
into the
number
hole.
2? Where's Jelena?
Jelena was actually at Rascal's Reef. We'll be meeting her there.
oh, you do refer to yourself as Admiral. Does that mean you have multiple ships under your command?
I do, in fact.
Oh.
A favor here. A tit for tat. You know how it goes. Favors, you start accumulating ships, crew starts mutiny, my unchecked charisma just going out of control. You know how it is.
I can't say that I do, actually, no.
You will. But well, now
I hope not.
you can take the fluffiest bed if you wish to go visit the captain's quarters or the mess hall. You can find them to the north or the south on the main deck of the ship. Just remember to knock twice.
Okay, that's here.
You may have to take a step back to knock on the door.
Oh. Oh yes, this will do nicely. Thank you so much, Albus.
Oh, yes, I'll see you there.
Raine just jumps up in his bed. And immediately, spellbook opens and papers go everywhere.
God damn it. And as for the rest of you, there are enough beds on the ship to accommodate everyone, so make yourself at home. It's going to be a bit of a ride. So buckle in and let's hope your sea legs work. He points at whatever is on Sea Swab's legs. Is that going to prevent you from vomiting all over my deck?
It should.
Well, all right. Here's hoping. Why don't you stay up here as we push off? All right, now, everyone, let's leave this dreadful place of eternal night and see a little sunshine, Ah, thank goodness. I like it here. All right, with that, aboard the SS Silent Arrow, you all have sufficiently checked out the ship. And aside from, well, as Elmas had said, he did have a bunch of booze that he wanted to bring to Machinox, amongst other things. But probably not wanting to pay any taxes on any of them. But anyway, that'll be the end of session for tonight as we push off to deeper waters outside of the barrier that separates Arctis and the southern continent are additional islands where we will find our, hopefully, our friends and our enemies. Are you guys ready for a little boat adventure next week?
Oh,
Hey, this will be Wang Doodle's, second boat adventure with me.
Hell
yay!
Yay!
First one went so well.
Yeah.
That first one also had a staff of swarming insects, which I distinctly remember making that a much easier experience.
That was great. That was a good boat
Also,
fight.
I heard you make a loud noise from the other room, but I didn't hear it in the anchor.
I just went.
Hooray, boats!
Boats! All right, everybody, thanks for joining me this week, and we will, oh, I forgot to mention something to Coslow. Coslow, the place that Almas had flippantly mentioned, Rascal's Reef, is somewhere that you have been before, and somewhere where you know people. You have actually stopped there multiple times on your smuggling routes. It is a place that is entirely populated by goblins, and a couple of them being family.
Oh dear.
Oh God!
So this will be a little family reunion of some green fingers
Oh no.
next week as we go deeper into Coslow and Sea Swab stories.
Wonderful.
All right. With fake elven skull in hand given to you by Laryl Hamaki, hopefully it'll be enough to draw in the evil fish folk that work for Nerys Flowborn. Let's see how that works out once you hit Rascal's Reef. And just what kind of trouble can a pirate smuggling island entirely populated by goblins can be.
It'll be fine.
Be totally fine. All right.
Oh wait, this goes wrong.
Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate everybody. And I will see you all next Monday. Not Wang Doodle?
Next Monday I'm okay. It's the Monday after.
Okay. Next Monday, everybody good?
Yay.
All right. I'll see you guys then. Have a wonderful evening. And Coslo, you streaming after this?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'll send it back over to you. But for now, you guys are free. Have a good night.
Great job.
Night.
Night. All right. That's it for Arctis today. Whoa. Thanks for joining us. You can watch our VODs of our sessions in full over on YouTube at ArctisDD. Catch up on some of the lore, or hey, why are these guys out on a boat? Watch the VODs, or listen to the VODs. Catch our shorts and our funny moments that we post over on Twitter and TikTok over at Play Arctis. And I'm your DM Zarina. Hey. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. We're gonna have another high seas adventure, apparently, because Raine's friends got kidnapped on their way back home. And it turns out some unresolved troubles from the seas want their master's skull back. We'll see how this resolves next week as they make their way the wide ocean. Thank you for watching. And thanks for tuning in, etc. Hey, Nukiyashi, what's up? Cadillac Jack, hey, what's going on? Hangry Baby, you like my avatar? Thanks. Thanks, she's cute. Nukiyashi, hey. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.